chicka chicka. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 20th episode of Coffee, Casuals, and Consoles. Woo! We've made it 20 episodes. This is our 20th episode anniversary. So real quick, I want to say what up to everybody in the chat. Good morning. We have HTK. Peter, he was here first, checking us out, and he was on time. Oh, I got to mute. Then we got, I think, WTG. I forget what it means, but I say way to go. Simon Russell, good morning. What is up, Mr. Midlife Crisis? Awesome supporter, always here. And you guys are awesome for joining us today. I know we'll have some new people watching, which is super exciting. So we're going to say good morning to the panel. So say good morning to everybody. Noble Addiction.
Good morning, everybody. I missed you guys so much. I'm so happy to be back. Oh, my God.
He's like, I missed your fucking faces. So
everybody.
It's definitely awesome to be back. It's crazy how long 2 weeks can actually feel. Creating Beyond Limits. Dean, would you like to say good morning to everybody?
Good morning, everyone, or afternoon, depending on where you live. I'm actually really excited to be here. It's been a while. I even missed the last one that you all had because I was.
Oh yeah, you did.
So it's been even longer for me, and I'm really excited to talk about E3 and everything else we're going to cover. So you're in for a good show.
Absolutely. I'm so happy we're back and so happy you're here with us today because it was weird without you. And then you popped in the chat a little bit later on and I was like, oh man, there is Dean. Supersonic Station, would you like to say good morning to everybody?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone in chat. It's good to see everyone again. Happy 20th episode. You guys have stuck through us through this whole thing. And we love you guys.
Absolutely. Xbot.
Yes.
You want to say good morning to everybody?
What's going on, everybody? We are coming to you straight with, what, like 27 frames per second, I think? I think we're 27, which is good, right? That's good? Is it good?
Should I start sneezing?
What's going on, guys? Yo, I do have something to say to Mr. Potty Mouth Dean over here when it comes to his streams. Like, Dean, you surprised the crap out of me.
What happened?
I've been watching a few of your streams, man.
Oh,
First of all, you're an awesome streamer. Second of all, I did not expect you to swear so much. I just didn't. I don't know why. Maybe it's a stereotype.
I guess I don't do it consciously.
Oh, dude, man, you had us dying, though, watching your stream.
Dude, did you
say that?
I was laughing my ass off, dude. What a great stream, man.
Oh, yeah. I didn't do very well on it, though. I was like, this is going to be a great series on the channel. I'm going to survive for such a long time. And then in that 1 hour stream, I died like 6 or 7 times. I was like, okay. Dude, and then the game crashed on me, so that sucked.
That's one thing I hear about State of Decay, man. A lot of people love the game, but we got to admit, like, the first one was glitchy as shit, though.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of glitches, but some of them are funny.
Absolutely. I was watching you play and like I haven't played State of Decay because I don't like playing zombie games alone. I get scared. But that made me want to play and I was like, shit, how much is this game? And someone was like, it's only $10. I'm like, oh my gosh. No,
I was thinking about giving the game another try. I need to get some practice rounds in.
Dude, I am down to watch that again, man. No problem there, yo.
You get that permanent death in that game. Once you're dead, you get close to your character. Then once you're dead, Then you gotta start.
Yeah, that's the problem I've had. You know, it's like, oh yeah, get attached to this character. This one actually lasted 20 minutes, and then they're dead. At the end of this game, one of the people they got infected, and I had to kill them because they wanted me to. So they went into a barn, and you got on their knees, and I was like, I really don't want to have to shoot you. And then I shot them, and then because I killed them, all the zombies got attracted to the noise, and one of them just jumped in and ripped me in half, and that was like karma.
Nice. I want to say good morning to Alan Roberts. What's up, Alan? We have Sobsky. Good morning, Sobsky. You guys are all amazing. Thank you for joining us. Dirty J sent everybody a hello. You guys are freaking cool for hanging out with us. We love our Wednesdays because we get to, talk about games. We get to talk with the chat. It's so much fun. So we're really excited to be here, but I'm curious to know what you guys have been up to since we haven't been able to do our podcast. Is it all just games? What have you guys been playing these past couple weeks?
I could tell you I haven't been ziplining.
Oh,
All right.
I was.
Yeah.
That shit was amazing. That's all I'm gonna say. So, Dean, what have you been up to aside from State of Decay?
The last while on the whole YouTube side of things and stuff, like then the whole streaming to YouTube is new. I only started doing that last week.
How do you like it?
I really like it. It was the whole trying to set it up and do it, the whole restream thing, because I don't have a capture card and stuff like that. So after talking to Noble and Night Lincoln, they helped. So it was I'm happy I'm doing it, and I'm happy that I covering lots of different type of games on it. And I've done lots of different type of videos trying to cover E3, doing certain reactions, because I never watched the Sony one live that the night it was on, because it was on at like 2 or 3 in the morning for us. So I just reacted to some of the trailers the next day. It was pretty good.
Nice. I mean, go ahead.
But doing some co-streams and stuff like that with Supersonic Station. We started doing this Noobs Play The Elder Scrolls Online. And that's pretty funny because we're completely shit at MMOs and don't know what the fuck we're doing.
None of us know what we're doing. We have no clue whatsoever what we're doing.
So yeah, that's good. I'm trying to play Friday the 13th still, but you know that game just has so many issues. But we'll get into that later.
Insert eye rolls here.
Yes.
Fuck that game. I love it though.
Fuck that game. I love it though.
I want to point out another.
I think that's everyone's problem. They all like, fuck that game, but there's just something about it that draws you back.
Mm-hmm.
Another co-stream that me and him did. We co-streamed the 2 saddest games in the world. It was Ori and the Blind Forest and Brothers. It was like a 3-hour stream.
Did you guys cry? That's all I want to know.
Yes.
I was totally like keeping it together, you know, for everyone. If I cried, everyone else would have cried, you know.
When Birdie died, he started crying.
Oh yeah, actually, I did kind of like nearly tear up at that part when Birdie dies.
Very nice. Supersonic Station. Other than co-streaming, what have you been up to?
Just playing games and DJing weddings, and that's about it.
Very cool.
Nothing exciting. Cutting grass, you know, dishes and all that fun stuff.
That does sound like fun. What's up, Jaded Addiction? We got Jaded Addiction in the chat. No. Lars Anderson, good morning. I think it's morning for you guys. I don't know. All right, Noble Addiction, what have you been up to? I know you're always busy, so.
I've been working so much at work, but that's the bad stuff. The good stuff is we got Jade a headset, so we're trying to figure out how to stream in the same room. That's the biggest issue, because we're in the same room. There's a bunch of echo and stuff, but we're trying to figure that out because we're going to be doing a lot of Halo stuff.
You got to build a wall.
Yes, we got to do something.
Guys. Put up some blocks.
We're going to be doing full playthroughs of the entire Halo series on Legendary. And I've been playing Sunset Overdrive, which is an amazing game. Some people don't like it. Those people left my channel in a fit of rage, and I said, fuck it, and I kept it on going. And that's pretty much it for this past week. I've just been to build a wall.
No, Xbox. I was waiting for that.
Yeah, I had to turn my phone on completely. I was like, damn it. That was my cue.
Aside from that, though, like, we've just been playing whatever we can, but mostly it's been a whole bunch of Halo and a whole bunch of Sunset Overdrive.
Very cool. Yeah, I was checking out your Sunset Overdrive stream before the show. I love that game.
Very, very distracting. Like you said, there's just a million things to do all the time.
If you have ADD, you're screwed, because you're going to be like over here 1 minute and then you're like, you know what? Let me go see the water. Maybe I can float. Maybe I can bounce off a building and then end up underground somewhere.
Yeah,
no, that's the perfect game for ADHD.
Have you ever played the DLC for that, Noble?
I have not. That's why I went back to it, because I played the entire game, but there's a lot of people that have never played it or even heard about it, so I wanted to promote it. So I'm playing the entire thing from beginning to end, and then I'm going to go ahead and play through the DLC also after that.
Well, I really enjoyed the DLC, so if you do manage to play it, you're going to have a great time.
Damn it, I never got the DLC.
It's good, and plus they give you extra moves and stuff where you can...
yeah, the diving underwater and stuff like that. Yeah,
I have to actually finish a game before I can even consider DLC. Xbot.
Yeah, what's up?
What have you been up to?
I'm trying not to be fat, bitch.
Oh shit!
I just sent him a text message because I have this little diet thing, and it tells me to set reminders for myself.
She customized her own reminders.
What?
Go ahead.
So my reminder was "Don't be fat." ... bitch, and then it popped up on my phone, so I sent him a screenshot of it. So
that's what I started laughing at, and I was like, "Oh, damn, I'm live right now." So what's the question? What have I been up to?
Yeah.
I've been nursing my thumb since Sunday because I really went in on that the community rock out. I had a huge blister on my thumb. But it was a lot of fun. We have almost 200 songs in our library to pick from now, thanks to the community and all the support. That has been absolutely amazing. I've been trying to really, even with the blister, I've been playing Rocket League, and it felt a little bit weird, but I'm getting better at that. And Noble, I'm starting to learn how to fly, dude.
Let's do it, man.
Oh my goodness. But that game is a lot of fun. I hope Snaps decides that she's gonna give that game a second chance.
What game?
Soccer cars.
Yeah.
Soccer cars.
She's not gonna do it. That's the same thing that Jade told me, and she tried it, and then she's 100% out. So if Snaps does not like soccer cars by now,
I do like it. I just have other things I'd rather play.
That's the same thing Jade tells me, and she never fucking tries it with me.
So you know what? She's right. You're wrong. That's how it works.
I have too much work to argue with her.
I'm just kidding. I noticed in the chat you said birthday. Guess what, everyone? It's both our birthdays next week. It's gonna be awesome.
Yep. Alan Roberts. He sends me reminders all the time that our birthday, because me and Alan Roberts share the same birthday, and then Supersonic's birthday is the next day, which is the 28th. So it's like birthday month, birthday week. Who is it? Shadow Razor, I think, on Twitter.
Yeah.
Shadow Razor, because there's so many shadows. It's his birthday today, so a shout out to him. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
So yeah, I do want to quickly shout out CrocodDB in the chat. New to checking out podcasts, so if you guys want to hit up his Twitter and let him know where you can find some great podcasts. It was entirely too tiring for me this morning. I didn't have enough coffee to type them all out. Suggest some really awesome podcasts, because we all know that there's some amazing podcasts on YouTube and in the community. And yeah, Xbot, did you finish saying what you've been up to this week? See, ADD.
I'm not sure if I should mix what I've been up to with games. Are we going to be talking? Are we going next down the line?
I'm just curious. I'm nosy.
Well, with E3 and everything like that, there's been new announcements of new games and new game trailers to get into, and 10 minutes of gameplay here, 20 minutes of gameplay there, and I've been trying to catch up on.
And there goes your whole day.
Yeah, it's I've been trying to catch up, not just on games that they showed on stage, but there was a lot of games that were brought to E3 that didn't necessarily have a stage, but look freaking amazing. And so I've been trying to catch up and get into those games as well. So it's been a lot of checking out new types of gameplay and stuff like that as well. So
yeah, and you got a new desk yesterday?
Oh my goodness! I can't wait to put it together.
Yeah, he's been bitching about a desk for his computer for a long time.
Would we call it bitching? Have I been bitching?
Not at all. Bitching. There's a frog in my throat or something. So yeah, we got a desk to put together today, and the kids all want to go swimming, and they're on summer break, so we're probably maybe gonna do some of that. And then
throw them in the tub, and let's make my desk. Okay.
So yeah, okay, that sounds good. They won't all fit. That's weird.
That's a them problem right there.
Yeah, there you go. I've been up to ziplining. That's what I was doing last week instead of podcasting with you guys. I was ziplining, and it was amazing.
Tell us all about it. I want to hear about this.
Geez, there's really not a lot to tell. I do have pictures. I will be making a video from Vermont and posting it. It's just when I have time. But I did a lot of learning. It was like a work paid vacation. You're working and you're vacationing, and We had really awesome food. Vermont is absolutely fucking amazing. Like the most relaxing place you could ever think of being. I was there. And then ziplining was cool because it was a tour and it was really painful, but you go from tree to tree. But like my back hurt afterwards, probably for a couple days because, you know, I'm not used to holding all my weight on a fucking wire. And yeah, I wasn't scared, but I was a little nervous at first. And then I did it. And there was a couple times where I thought I was going to die. So it was super cool. And while I was like, damn, I wish we could podcast, there was no way in hell that I was podcasting from the hotel we were in. It was just not possible. Plus work. No. So anyways, and as far as games that I played this week, which was like nothing, I played my Nintendo Switch. I was playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in the hotel room. I'm like literally sitting there with my roommate. I'm waiting for her to get ready, and I'm like playing the Nintendo Switch while I'm waiting for her. And it was a lot of fun, but it was so busy that there was really not much time for anything other than go. So it was a cool week.
Did you guys play Cow Milker Pro?
No, I don't have the game. Only have Snipper Clips and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And the next game that I'm going to get is what is it called? Splatoon 2. Because I have that on pre-order.
Space Cat's in the chat.
Space Cat, what's up? Good morning. So yeah, we're gonna stop talking about ourselves now, and you know, I did forget to mention that this is an 8-hour special, so you guys are gonna be here for a very long time. Yay! Because it's our 20th episode.
I have to work.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Oh, no, man.
I'm just kidding. It ain't no 8-hour special. That'd be cool if we did that, though. I know everybody would sit here for 8 hours straight and listen and talk and have a lot of fun, right?
Hey, oh snaps! Did you let everybody know this is pretty much your first podcast in your gaming chair, I believe?
Oh yeah, guys, this is my first podcast in my gaming chair. Just so you know.
Are you comfortable? Everything good?
Totally comfortable. I'm kind of spinning back and forth, but not like a full 360. So it's fun. I love it. Oh, and I get my green screen stand today. Already got my green screen. Super excited.
Yo, did you get the one that I sent you? Or no?
What?
I had sent you a link
She's like,
to
you
it.
sent me one?
Well, no. I had sent her a link to the one that I got on Amazon. Is it the same one?
I don't remember. I don't know, because I'd spend a lot of time comparing prices back and forth.
Right.
So I'm not really sure at this point, to be honest.
Okay.
Take that, Noble.
Yes, I did, Noble. Does that make you feel better?
Well, not if you really didn't. Then you're just lying to me.
I can lie.
And now they're beating us economically. They are not our friend.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Good morning, Fuzzy Belvedere.
I gotta say, it was a lot of fun putting that chair together with those snaps too. By the way, she was more of like the supervisor / director.
He yelled at me
while I was more of the hands-on. Let's get this together. And I wish we had recorded it. That would have been funny.
What would have been funny? You yelling at me?
I wasn't yelling at you. You were yelling at me saying, this is the front. I'm like, no, right on that metal right there. It says front right there.
Right. Yes, I remember. All right, guys, we're going to actually dive into some topics now. We're going to talk about our E3 final thoughts because we were not able to do it last week. We get to do it this week. Yay. So I'm going to start with Microsoft E3, and I want to hear your guys' final thoughts, things that you liked, that you didn't like, anything like that, and, you know, kick it off that way. So creating Beyond Limits, would you like to dive in?
I have to say, I really thought Microsoft did a good job overall this year. They showed a lot of great games. There were some games they could have shown better. Like, I actually believe they could have done a much better trailer for Crackdown 3.
Great.
Like, it started off great, like, with Terry Crews, like, but then when it went to the actual gameplay trailer, I didn't think it was that interesting. I know they focus on the single player and not the multiplayer, but I know that in Gamescom, they're more likely going to focus on the multiplayer and have lots of destruction and stuff like that. But they should have made it clear for people that weren't aware that it was a single-player trailer, because I've seen lots of people talk about the trailer and say, what happened to the destruction that's not in the game? Like, because it's only in the multiplayer part of things, not the single-player. But there were a nice few surprises. And yeah, I'm super excited. There's a few games that stood out. Are we talking about our best the games that stood out to us?
Well,
no, not yet.
If it's games that you like, we're going to talk about your top 3 games that you want for each system a little bit later. But like,
okay. Well, overall, Microsoft did a great job. I don't think they disappointed. Like I said, Crackdown was probably the biggest letdown for us at the show, and that's about it. They did good.
Can I ask you why you feel like that was let down, aside from, like, you know, the fact that they didn't show much? Were you expecting more?
I'm not the biggest Crackdown fan, but I'm not bashing on the game. I just think, because they showed more Sea of Thieves, and that game's not coming out the next year. Crackdown is coming out later on this year. You think they would have had it on stage of the single player or something like that?
Good point. That's a very good point.
Like, it's the one game they should have showed off the most, because that's their biggest game coming out this year. I know they're waiting to Gamescom or something like that later on, then they're probably gonna like go crazy with all the Crackdown stuff, but they should have showed that game off more, because people, if they didn't know it was coming out this year, they probably think it was further out.
You know, Dean, not for anything, I you know, with hearing you twice, you already said, you know, wait until Gamescom. They're probably going to do something at Gamescom, and I've seen this on Twitter like a bunch. Guys, let's not give it the excuse of they're probably going to show it at Gamescom or whatever. E3 is the biggest conference worldwide when it comes to gaming, all right? And if they show it on Gamescom, it's great. But let's be real here. At least in my opinion, I'm like, you know what? They should have had more here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. Like, I'm not saying the whole Gamescom thing is, oh yeah, at least they're doing that. Like, that's why I'm disappointed with what they did. This is the moment where they were meant to show off everything about the Xbox One X and what it can do and stuff like that. And their biggest game that's coming out, like their big AAA game that's coming out for Christmas and stuff like that, is Crackdown. That should have had at least a 5 to 10 minute gameplay like what Sea of Thieves had, instead of Sea of Thieves even. Like, I'm a big fan of Sea of Thieves. That's one of my favorite games. I'm just, Crackdown's out this year. That's the point. They need to show more for that game.
You know, Sobsky in the chat. I gotta go with our bro Sobs here. He was like, they should have showed Crackdown 3 multiplayer where they showed Shadow of War. And dude, I gotta absolutely agree with you, because they already showed a ton of gameplay on Shadow of War before E3, and that would have been, in my opinion, the perfect slot to kind of pull away from that game and show more Crackdown multiplayer. So shout out to Sobs.
Yeah, one of the other things they could have done, like, I know they were ending the show with Anthem, but like they could have like had like a little montage, a little crazy multiplayer clip or something of Crackdown 3 playing at the very end, and letting people know that it's going to be shown at Gamescom or something, just so people are aware that the destruction is still in the game and stuff like that. Like, the thing with the having a walkthrough or some sort of gameplay of the single player, like, Terry Crews is an actual playable character in the game, but people just thought he was promoting it. Like, they didn't know he was a playable character in the game just because he was like doing the live action trailer thing. So they needed to do a better job with that, and they kind of dropped the ball.
No, exactly, man.
Now, what did you think about the Xbox One X, the name and the price?
The name, I grew to like it. I wasn't that crazy about, like, it would have been cool if they kept Scorpio as a name, because everyone's been saying that literally every single day on Twitter since the damn thing was announced. Like, too much
like
even.
It was a fucking cult.
Yeah, exactly. And now we can finally stop seeing all those videos, hopefully. But overall, I thought the system looks amazing. The fact that it's actually smaller, like, than the Xbox One S, like, that's just amazing in general. And I don't know why anyone would complain about the price. Like, I don't know why people were going crazy on the internet trying to guess how much it was going to be. Like, because of all the videos on YouTube saying it was going to be $3.99 and stuff like that, that's probably why people had their hopes up and just made people get annoyed when it came out as $4.99 or whatever it is. Like, I think it's worth what you're getting. Like, you're getting a really powerful system, capable of 4K. Some games will be native 4K, some won't, but that's okay. Unless you're like super into resolution, you know, then just get a PC and deal with that. But overall, the Xbox One X looks amazing. It's small. The price, I think, is fair, and I'm happy with what they're doing with. They exceeded my expectations for it.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that, because I know everybody has a little bit of a different opinion when it comes to the Xbox One X. So we're gonna go over to Xbot 448. Xbot, what did you think about the Microsoft conference as a whole?
As a whole, I actually think the conference was really, I guess you could say, refreshing, because you know, a lot of games nowadays are really popular. You know, you put a gun in people's hands, or there's some type of adult theme, or there's some type of you know, violence or something like that. But there was such a variation of games on Xbox's stage that it kept me engaged in the entire conference. Surprises. I didn't expect like a sequel to Metro to be shown on the stage. I was blown away by that. The game Ashen, which is it's an indie game. When they first showed it, they talked about, you know, working together, or kind of like stabbing each other in the back or whatever. And it just looked like a really kind of like drab indie. But what they showed on the stage, you know, for this one, it looked absolutely amazing. Creatures coming out of the shadows, fighting giants and stuff like that. And then you had games like Super Lucky's Tale, which is more of a kid's kind of platformer. They just had such a variation of games that you never knew what was coming next. And I absolutely love that about this conference. I believe they showed something like 42 games in an hour and a half. So they definitely exceeded what I think a lot of people expected, because a lot of people before time, they were like, you know, Xbox has no games. They're not really going to show games. And, you know, people were upset that something about AAA or whatever, but I consider Metro a AAA game. I consider Anthem.
It is a AAA game, though, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I consider Anthem a AAA game. I consider Sea of Thieves a AAA game. I consider Crackdown a AAA game. Should I go on, people?
It doesn't make a difference. Ashen's probably one of the best games in general, so Ashen's amazing.
Can I ask you quickly, do you feel like they showed quality over quantity, or quantity over quality?
I think they actually struck a balance there. I know not every game was going to be for everybody. You know, my boy Next Gen, you know, I do BGST with him. He's not into what he calls kiddie games or whatever. He figures he's a grown adult. So of course, like Super Lucky's Tale isn't down his alley, but of course they had something for him. He liked Metro, he liked Anthem, he thought Crackdown looked good. So I think they struck a really good balance when it comes to quality and quantity. The indie games that they were showing everything kind of like running on the X. And I got to say, graphically, there's been a huge step up when it's come to like indie games, smaller titles and stuff like that. And I was really like interested to see the next game coming. And I remember in the middle of the conference, I was like, damn, nobody's been out on stage for a while. And they just keep coming with the big screen and showing another game, big screen showing another game. And I don't know, I really liked it.
Yeah, we did the live reaction on your channel for Next, and it was pretty cool. I mean, I wasn't as impressed this year. I think I was more excited last year, to be honest. And then somewhat let down.
Hopefully when we get to your turn, unless you want to say it now, you can tell us why, like what was the difference.
I'll wait till my turn. Anything else you want to add?
Maybe when it comes to the One X, I think me and you, Oh Snaps, people are kind of looking at us a little cross-eyed, but there are people in social media that agree with us. I was a little disappointed in the look of the X. I didn't want it to look like the S, which it does. I know it's smaller and everything, but you know, when they did kind of like the redesign between the original Xbox One and then the One S, I mean, it looks a lot different. So I was kind of looking more for a more premium look when it came to the X. Now, shout out to J Dubs in the chat. I saw him on Twitter. I believe it was either yesterday or day before. He's like, well, not for anything, but the platform, it just kind of sits there on my shelf collecting dust while I'm playing games. And I definitely understand that, man. When it comes down to it, it's what's under the hood and what, powers the games or whatnot. I was looking for something different, and I was a little let down by the look of the X.
Absolutely. I mean, I was too, like, for days preceding the actual Microsoft conference, I was constantly saying it better not look like a Slim. It better not look like a Slim. It better not look like a Slim. And then what does it look like? A Slim. Fuck.
A slim.
Yeah.
Slim.
There you go. So yeah, I wasn't thoroughly excited, but again, I'm gonna hold my excitement till later. Supersonic Station, what did you think about the Microsoft conference?
I don't know. It was better than Sony's.
That's my pony sound.
It was better than Sony's, at least. I don't know. I just wasn't too thrilled with any of E3, honestly. I think Microsoft just kind of played it safe. I really like that they did do diversity, but I don't know. I'm not really interested in anything they showed there. I think they missed a lot of good opportunities, especially as Creating Beyond Limits said with Crackdown. They really needed to show multiplayer instead of Sea of Thieves again. I totally agree with that. That's a huge missed opportunity. I think it's a missed opportunity that they didn't do a State of Decay multiplayer kind of stream instead of Sea of Thieves, which would have been a lot way better in my opinion. I think they should have popped on that avatars thing on stage.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, you would rather see the avatars oversee. I'm getting a little tired of this panel with the Sea of Thieves hate right now.
You know what?
I am just saying.
Who
I
hates
love
Sea of Thieves?
The avatars thing would have taken 1 minute. The Sea of Thieves thing took like 15-20 minutes.
But the
I'm just saying we've all seen it before, and we've all seen it. Like everyone's seen it. I'm not hating on Sea of Thieves, but
All right, Creating Beyond Limits, you wanted to add something?
I know. I just wanted to say something while Supersonic brought up State of Decay. That was also another thing that the trailer they showed wasn't the best for it. They should have shown a little bit more. I was also surprised that the game is coming out next year. I really thought that was going to come out this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed in that.
Yeah, everyone is expecting like the summer of this year. So
I'm okay to wait though, like if they get the game good, because I'm really excited about that game and I want it to work, unlike some other games. Friday the 13th.
We know. We all do.
I don't know. I just think they played it safe and did. I mean, Sony people can't say Xbox don't have games because they showed a bunch, but I don't know. In my opinion, they just look like a bunch of Steam games. I don't know.
I can't wait for Hello Neighbor. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Steam game. Now, what did you think about the console look and price?
I think the price is fine. I mean, for the price it is, for what you're getting, it's a good price. You're getting a really good console. For the look, I don't know, it's fine. I don't really care about the look. I really like that it's smaller. I was kind of scared it was going to be a huge, weird PS4 Pro looking thing, but I love small consoles because a lot of times I move them from room to room and it'll just make it easier on me. So I'm really happy with that. I'm happy about the price. I was actually really scared it was going to be a lot more. A lot of people hoped it would be $399, but at the same time I was scared it would be like $6 something. So I don't know, that the price is justified in my opinion.
Excuse me, sir. I believe your Xbot is showing right now. I would just like to say, you don't care about the look, but then you're like, you don't want it. At least it doesn't look kind of like what they did with the Pro. So you care about the look somewhat, guy.
Well, the Pro is fucking hideous looking.
It's just one more stack on a PS4.
It's ugly. It's the ugliest console I've ever seen.
So see right there. You care. You care.
Anything else you want to
maybe
add?
a little bit.
I'm just messing with you, Sonic. I'm saying
Making fun of me. No, I don't know. I just think there was, like, especially with Crackdown, huge missed opportunities. And I don't know. I just think they played it safe. I think they did. I mean, compared to Sony's, it was a fantastic showing. But I don't know. All in all, like, I just wasn't excited about any of E3 except for a few games, which we'll talk about later.
All right, awesome. Noble Addiction. Hello.
What's going on, guys?
What did you think about the Microsoft conference? I know you did some live reaction videos or afterthoughts or something.
Yeah, we did some afterthoughts. That's usually what I do, just because I'm so all over the place. As a matter of fact, just to remember what the hell happened, because I've been working and doing all this stuff. I'm actually checking out the entire press conference right now because I forgot what the hell happened. But I thought it was okay.
Man.
That's just it for me. It's the whole thing's forgettable. Like, that's
what I'm saying. All of E3 this year for everyone was just kind of like a meh type of conference. There was nothing really special aside from the Xbox.
Unless you were there. If you were there, you probably had the time of your life.
I would prefer not to be there. I would prefer to go to smaller conferences to where you can actually play games. If you go to E3, you're going to be standing in lines all fucking day and maybe play 3 games. That's it. So I actually prefer trying to do this stuff from home, but I did like the Xbox One X. I'm okay with the price. I'm going to pick one up day one. Me and Jade have already figured this out, and I'm trying to see if I can get one for free. I think I might be able to make that happen this year. But
let us know.
I will let you guys know. I'm working on that very hard right now.
Listen, you keep your secrets to yourself, then everybody will be getting them free, and then.
Well, no, I share them with family. I share them with you guys.
That's true.
But you're live right now.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going to say anything else. But
everybody, Noble Addiction's giving away free Xbox One X's.
That's not what I said.
I'm just kidding.
Go sub to his channel.
April Fool's, June 21st.
And the only way you guys can get is if we hit 100,000 subs on my channel today.
On all of our channels today.
I'm spamming the share button.
But as far as games go, I really did like the look of, and again, I'm horrible with names, Underground Subway Station. The fuck is it called?
Metro.
Metro. That game looks ridiculous. I have played the other 2 games in the Metro series. Hopefully nobody gives me any shit for this. We're fixing to talk about PlayStation in a bit, but I played those on PlayStation, and I'm probably gonna pick this one up on the Xbox One X. It looks pretty cool. I do like games like this. Aside from that, I'm really excited because a lot of people have probably heard me say this once or twice at least. I have been wanting to play PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, Underground, whatever the fuck it's called. My PC cannot handle it. It's coming to the Xbox One. I'm excited for that. I'm not a keyboard and mouse gamer, so the fact that it's coming to the One X, or I'm pretty sure it'll be on Xbox as a whole. But the fact that it's coming to the system, I can play with controls. I'm really, really excited about that. And then some of the indies were pretty cool. Cuphead finally got a release date, which is great, but I think that's going to be overhyped. People are going to just think that's an okay game, and I'm fine with that. I'm going to check it out once it does come out. But I have never played Ori and the Blind Forest, I think was the first game. And I saw the preview that they had for the second one. And now I really, really want to play the first one. I think I actually have it. I think I may have gotten it for free on Xbox Gold Games or PlayStation Plus Your Face and all that stuff. So
Your Face and stuff.
Right. So I think I actually have the first one. So I need to go and actually play it. I had never given it a chance, and then I saw the preview to the second one. It looks beautiful. It looks amazing. So I'm gonna check it out. What's up?
I just want to say with that trailer, unless you beat the first one or unless you've seen the ending of the first one, you don't understand how emotional that second trailer is. Like that, there was a complete 180 on what happened at the end of the first Ori when they showed that second trailer, and it made you step back and go, "Oh, damn! I didn't think of that." That was amazing.
Is that why everybody in the audience was like that?
Yeah.
Because I've never played it, so I have no idea what the hell happened. I just thought it was a beautiful looking game, and I for sure want to check it out.
It's a really good game.
Besides that, they had a few other games. Jesus Christ, what is that game called? The new zombie game we were talking about it a little bit earlier. Yes, State of Decay. I think they did a real bad job not showing the multiplayer aspect of it when, I mean, they showed that it was kind of part of that, but they should have put a lot more emphasis on that. It was a game that had a core following on the first one, but they never had the multiplayer. I think they could have gone into that a lot more, explain how it was going to work and stuff.
You know, Noble, after hearing this, like, my memory is fully coming back. I mean, I think they really did, and this is to Dean as well, they did show multiplayer because they showed the guys jumping into the truck and then seeing the girl on the side of the road. And then they stopped.
I meant like gameplay,
but they didn't explain it though. Like, they didn't explain how you were going to be able to interact with your people. They didn't explain what the idea of the game is, more, aside from trying to survive. Because it's like in the first one, like, you had your forts, you had the people that you could try to change into, you had all this dynamic stuff that they could be going a lot more into with the multiplayer, and all they did was show the fact that there is multiplayer, but not really explain it all that much.
Okay, and I see what you guys are saying.
And I kind of feel like they could have done a better job on that. And as far as anything else with the Xbox, again, the price is a little bit higher than I was hoping for, but it's the same price as the Xbox whenever the Xbox One came out. I'm totally fine with that. You get what you get. I don't have a 4K TV, but I'm still going to be upgrading. It's still going to make your games look better, even if you don't have a 4K TV.
Yes,
so
sir.
I would just be ready for whenever I do have, or whenever I get a 4K TV, I'll already have my Xbox One. And Jade also says we should go ahead and get a PS Pro. So we're going to get both of those this year. And yeah, so that is my thoughts on Microsoft. I thought all conferences were pretty meh, but there were a few games in each one that I really enjoyed.
Oh, just by the way, Noble Fuzzy Belvedere put in his order. He says he wants 3 Xbox One X's in the chat. So
I just hope he subscribed to my channel 3 times, because
damn, you're in trouble. 100,000 subscribers for all of us on the panel, and we'll think about it. I'm just kidding, guys.
I mean, it's almost $500. Come on, let's do this. How many subscribers do we need?
500,000.
500 billion.
I don't know. I don't think anybody has that many.
There's not that many in the world. What are you talking about?
I don't. You know what? I don't fucking know. Okay, I'm stressed out right now. Make sock accounts. Fuck, I don't know.
Okay, go.
Okay.
Aliens can subscribe. We don't care.
They're my favorite.
They're gonna be able to get in if you built that wall, dude.
Shut the fuck up, please. Just for a moment. All right, guys. This is my turn to talk about my experience watching the Microsoft E3 conference. It was fucking phenomenal. Best thing ever. I was kind of disappointed, guys. I'm sorry. We did a rating when we did a live reaction. I gave it a 7.5 being generous. I enjoyed seeing a variety of games. That was great. Really.
Those numbers.
Shut up. I was really disappointed about the lack of Crackdown. The lack of gameplay. I wanted to see destruction. I wanted to really see it dove into. That was really what I was looking forward to. And that was like a main thing. One, because I mean, we saw more of the game last year than we saw this year. So it really disappointed me that we only saw a quick glimpse of it and a guy yelling at the screen.
Yeah, he's like, we're not just throwing cars, we're knocking down buildings. Then you don't see like anything explode except for a few cars.
Yeah, like
except
I was
for the vein in his forehead.
Gross and true. I guess that I was really looking to see some explosive gameplay after like they hyped us up at that moment, and I was really let down. I'm definitely excited for the variety of games because there is a lot of different stuff coming out. What is Lucky's Tale or something? I thought that was cute, but I feel like that belongs on Nintendo. And at the same time,
it belongs on a telephone. It belongs on a smartphone.
Maybe.
I thought that was Conquer for a minute when they showed that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did.
You guys are nothing but haters. All
You're
right.
just gonna start doing
Haters.
drugs or something.
The good thing about that game is there are children that do play Xbox, and I feel like that's a great game for children, and I would totally play it. I'm not super hyped about it. Quite frankly, if I didn't have kids, I probably wouldn't pick it up in the first place, or if it was like really cheap, I might. But it's not my favorite thing. And as far as the Xbox, I mean, because there's a lot of stuff that I again, like Noble said, don't remember because it was on Sunday night and I watched it and I was underwhelmed. And then I had to pack my bags and shit and then get ready to leave in the morning. So I had so much going on at one time that I was just like, wow. But as far as the price goes, I was not surprised with the price of the Xbox One X. I felt that it should have, between all the specs and everything that we heard about, I felt that $450, $500 would be the right price. So, I mean, to me, that says something that says, you know what, this is a decent product. And everybody was like, oh, Xbox is going to commit suicide if they go more than $399. No, they're not, because people are still going to pay. And that opens up room, like I was saying, for deals for the other consoles and sales in the holiday time and stuff like that. Or even like, you know, when they start, you know, their summer sales or their spring sales, everything like that. As far as the name, I thought the name was stupid. It was simple. But I guess it's not the worst. It could have been something like Infinity and been really shitty.
I thought they should have named it the Xbox
Wii
One
U.
2 would have been great.
Oh, shit. She
I'm
did
just
that
kidding.
on purpose.
I
Yeah.
know. I'm a
They should have
scumbag.
called it the King Neutral Box. That's what they should have called it.
No.
They
No.
should have
Then
called it the Xbox One 2.
Xbox One 2. Oh, Jesus. I guess I'm happy with the name. When we did do the hashtag name that Scorpio, there was a couple people that actually did pick that name. I don't remember who it was right now. I shouted them out on Twitter like last week sometime. And that was really cool because it was like 4 people who picked Xbox One X. So that made me really happy. And I was like, you go with your bad self.
Sorry, Graphic Scott in the chat said, little do you guys know Lucky pulls out his pecker and peas on the screen.
I'm reading that right now. That is, does he really? Is this are you trolling?
No. He's trolling. That is a
Let's
straight
con-
J troll right there.
Let's
And
conquer.
I'm gullible, so I'd be like, oh my gosh, that's disgusting.
let's buy it.
Totally. I'd be like, I'd get it right now if that's what happens. So yeah, I think the Microsoft conference was cool. But I guess expectations, we all set expectations. And when we do that, we're let down because we thought it would be something else and it wasn't. And that's our own fault. That's my fault. That's anybody else who was expecting more. And they got less of what they expected because we can't set expectations on, you know, businesses. I mean, they try to listen to us sometimes, but at the end of the day, overall, I'm happy and I'm done talking about that now.
Yeah, let's move
There
on.
Bitches.
Preach.
All right. So I gotta catch my breath. I talk too much. Just checking out the chat real quick. Aside from Lucky pulling out his pecker and peeing all over the screen.
Look at those
Okay.
hands.
Farron says Xbox biggest enemy has to be it's losing exclusive games. What do you guys think about that?
I don't understand that comment whatsoever. They're not.
I think the
How are-
exclusive games are going to be announced next year, and then we're going to have a lot of amazing games to play the year after that. I think.
Well, if they're on
working
Xbox, they're on PC. Maybe that's
Yeah.
what he's referring to, or she. I don't think it's a she though. Sorry, my nose is all fucked up because I keep sneezing.
Okay, so there was somebody in the chat that is, I guess, brand new to the podcast, and they wanted to know where they can find us on Twitter, and I just threw that in the chat for you, so hopefully that helps you out.
All right, thank you. Everybody is also linked in the description below.
Son of a bitch, I forgot about that.
You're fired. I'm writing you up. I told you guys. So let's move on to the Sony conference. Who said ooh?
That was me.
Oh, okay. Xbot. Let's hear your thoughts.
Damn it! I sit at the back of the class for a reason, guys. All right.
Yeah. So let's hear your thoughts on the Sony conference. What you thought about it, and all the new hardware that we didn't see and all that good stuff.
Yeah, first of all, yeah, no new hardware, guys. You know, there was a lot of hype and stuff like that about possibly a new handheld from Sony, and they didn't show any of that. Dude, it felt like last year, but less, if that's the best way to say it. Like their main games, the Days Gone, Spider-Man, God of War, they were all shown. They were shown last year, right? They added in a PlayStation VR kind of like segment, which was cool for people who have VR. So this way, you know, it shows that Sony is supporting that, even though they just got over a million sales on that piece of hardware like not too long ago. But all in all, man, it was less than an hour long. There were a few highlights. Like I am actually looking forward to Days Gone now. Compared to the first time they showed it, it just seems like there's a lot more in-depth gameplay than what they showed the first time around, and I'm really interested in that. I was already hooked on Spider-Man. All you have to do is throw Spider-Man on something, give it a quality developer like Insomniac, and I'm there. I'm first in line. All right, and
Are you?
I absolutely yeah.
I'll break your legs.
Oh my goodness! But I am really, really happy with what I saw from Spider-Man. And the cool thing is, like, a lot of the gaming community is saying the same thing about that game. Like, even people who didn't really like the announcement the first time around, when they actually saw the extended gameplay, they're like, yo, that game looks sick, which it does, guys. That game does look sick. But all in all, it was really short. I gotta say, when me and O Snaps, we watched it again last night, and the kind of like immersion that they do with certain things in that, and I think I'll like let O Snaps get into detail about that more. But the little things that they do around the audience and stuff when certain trailers come on, it's really cool. But it was way too short. They showed really nothing new. Except for the VR stuff. And I hear so many people on social media saying that, well, this company's working on this game and this company's working on that game, and Sony's got so many games coming down the pipeline. I was expecting to see a lot more from their conference, and I didn't see it. Didn't see it.
I do want to add that Xbot had to like literally warn me, and he was like, please just stay for this trailer, because he knows how much I love Spider-Man. And honestly, I just can't stand the whole Spider-Man in tights and red fucking clothes and shooting webs. It annoys me, okay? I'm sorry, that's just who I am. But he was like, please just stay and watch this trailer. So I did. And guess what? That game looks fucking amazing. It really does. I'm not going to lie. Like, I was sitting there with my eyes popped open. I don't even think I blinked once. And I was like, damn, you know what? All this shit I'm talking in my head and out loud. And I'm like, I might actually play this. I'm just going to throw that out there.
It's like watching like a really good Spider-Man movie and like actually being really interactive in it. I love how it switches in certain aspects, switch to like the first person view. Like when you were chasing the helicopter was free falling, switch to first person view. So this way you can shoot your webs on each side and stuff. It was just like, it was nonstop is what I liked about it. And that's the way Spider-Man is. He is completely quick, agile, nonstop. And that's the way the game like looked in my eyes. And I am really excited for that.
All right. That's really cool. I mean, I did watch the gameplay and I was like, that's pretty fucking awesome. But I'm one of those people who avoids watching Spider-Man movies like the fucking plague. I shit you not. I'm like, no. Anytime like I've seen it on like a Spider-Man movie, and okay, I'm not gonna lie. At one point in time, there was a Spider-Man movie on. I don't remember where I was, what I was doing, how old I was, or anything, but it was on, and I kind of got sucked into it, and I was like, no, walk away.
You're fighting it. That's what you're doing. You're fighting.
I guess so. No. Eventually we'll do a marathon or something, and then I'll be like, you know what? I love fucking Spider-Man, dude. So anyways,
I don't sound like that, by the way.
Say you. We're gonna move on to the next person. Noble Addiction.
Yes. Hi.
Yeah.
Can I go?
I'm so happy to be here today.
Well, because I missed everybody, guys.
I know, we missed you too.
For those of you in the chat, just in case you guys don't know me yet, even though I'm only here once a week and you guys are usually here, I miss y'all's fucking faces so much. I'm so glad to be back. Anyways, we're talking PlayStation right now. Let's go ahead and jump into that. So I want to talk about the conference to begin with, the very beginning. Okay, Sony always does this shit. They've always got some sort of orchestra and all this crap, and it looked really cool. And they had the waterfall stuff that shows all this amazing stuff. But as soon as that ended, the audio cut out. I'm not sure if anybody else caught that or whatever, but it was just horrible because I'm at home and I'm trying to check out. I think it was the new Uncharted, the
Lost Legacy. Yeah.
Yes, Lost Legacy, and their audio was crap. And I'm like, dude, you're a multi-million-dollar company. You guys have been planning this all year. How is your audio shit?
No, not only that, they created the Walkman. Like they used to have audio down.
Exactly. So as much as I love all consoles, I have every single console that's out. I try to defend and I try to be on the side of everybody, but they kind of screwed that up, and that kind of made me upset because I'm like, dude, you've had literally all fucking year to plan this out. How do you still not have your shit together? So that's the way that started. But as far as the games go, I know a lot of people talk about how they've been showing the same games, and to me, that is totally fine. They're going to be amazing games whenever they come out. I would like to see some new stuff that may be coming out in the future, but then people are going to get upset if they show some new shit because those games are not going to be out for like another 3 to 4 years.
But they did that with the beginning of these games. They showed them and they're not ready for 3 or 4 years. Like
right, but that's what I'm saying. You're complaining about this now, but but you're also saying you want to see new games, but then whenever you see new games and they don't come out for 3 years, you're going to be bitching about that. So I'm totally fine with them not showing anything brand new. I just want the games that they've been fucking shoving down our throats for the past couple of years to come out already. I'm really excited for Uncharted. I love the Uncharted series. I'm trying to skip through this, and I actually see how you said this was actually a really, really short conference. I 100% agree with that. But I am excited for some new DLC for Horizon Zero Dawn. Mel, you need to get on that and finish it.
Oh my goodness, yo. Snaps flipped out when she saw that DLC.
I did. I was like, I need to fucking finish this game so I can get the DLC. It's not even playing, guys.
On sale right now.
It is on sale right now. I haven't checked it out. How much?
No, I got to finish the game before I can treat myself to DLC.
Well, I'm just saying that the game is great. You got to finish it because this is going to be amazing once it comes out.
All right.
So there's that. I 100% agree with Xbot as far as the Days Gone update that they had. They showed a lot more gameplay. At first, I thought it was going to be more of a tech demo type thing to show how many zombies and how fast they can run at you and all this crap. They showed more of how the game mechanic works, and I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually really happy, and again, I agree with Xbot on this. I don't have a VR headset, but I am 100% happy that they showed all the stuff that they did show that's coming to VR, because it's showing that it's not going to be another Vita, at least not for this year and hopefully not for next year. They're trying to put some stuff behind it, and even though a lot of people don't have it, they're not giving up on it yet. So to me, that is a good thing. I miss my Vita, and I miss getting excited for whenever they were like, oh, this game is going to come to the Vita. And then they'd just be like, nah, we were just fucking with you guys. So I mean, I'm very happy that they're still showing support for VR, and the games that they did show are full actual games and not VR experiences. These are games that you can play from beginning to end. And although I'm not sure how that stuff works because I don't have a VR, I think it's amazing. My brother has one. I keep telling the little bastard to let me borrow it, and he's like, nah, bro, get your own. So fuck that guy. One. And the only thing besides that is I would like to know how everybody feels. I know this game is coming out it's coming out multi-plat is what I'm trying to say. How do people feel about Call of Duty World War II? I know it's coming to PlayStation. They're going to get the exclusives and crap. It's also going to be coming to Xbox, though. And I've already got Battlefield, but a lot of my subscribers and some of the people that I play with are like, bro, but we pick it up and we play it all the time. You need to pick it up. And so I'm kind of torn on whether or not I should pick this up as well.
Fuck
Dude,
Activision.
Snaps was just saying that last night when we were watching the Call of Duty.
What?
When we were watching the Call of Duty trailer, you were just like, you know, Call of Duty. Yeah, you were like, but we also have Battlefield 1 too, though.
And I don't even have time to play that.
Yeah.
But it gave me the old school feel of Call of Duty when I started getting into it, so I did like that. But again, we have Battlefield. Why do I need that?
I might pick it up just because my subs want to play it and stuff. My community wants to play it, and I've got some friends that I know are going to pick it up. So I'll probably pick it up on one, if not both, of the systems because I've got friends on Xbox, friends on PlayStation. So as much as I don't want to pick it up, I'm probably going to spend twice as much on it, which is fucking stupid.
I'm going to get it for fucking zombies. I know that. That's the reason.
Well,
Anyways,
I think that's all I've
continue.
got to say. I was really, again, all the conferences were meh, but the very beginning of Sony, I was like, what the fuck? And then they made me really happy with the VR stuff. And I just want their games to come out. Just put them out. I'm ready to play them. Take my money. Shut your face and just take it.
No,
Take
but
my
what did
motherfucking
you
money.
think? What did you think about the ending of the conference? What did you think about the kind of like at length Spider-Man gameplay?
Spider-Man, I mean, obviously Spider-Man is dope as fuck. He's the best superhero. I don't care what anybody says.
Thank you.
He's the best superhero out there. He's the most relatable. He's the most like down-to-earth person. And oh my God, Mary Jane, oh buddy. But besides that,
Tiger.
I for sure am gonna get that game the day it comes out. And I mean, it's made by Insomniac, which is why I'm playing Sunset Overdrive right now, just because I saw this E3 and I'm like, dude, I should go back to that game and play it again because I'm excited about the movement, I'm excited about the story, and it's just going to be fun. One game I did forget to mention, Become Human, Detroit. I know people...
Ooh, that game looks cool.
Yes, that game looks fucking dope. I can't wait for that to come out. It has been announced over the past 2 years. It might have even been more than that, but I'm just ready for that game to come out because I love those types of games. And that's it. I feel like I'm talking too goddamn much, so I'm going to shut my fucking face.
Shut the fuck up. Listen, I'm like shaking right now because I thought the fucking police were banging on the door. And you know who it was? It was fucking FedEx. I was like, God, you just scared the shit out of me.
The green screen.
The stand for it and the white screen. I already got the green screen. Yeah. So excited, guys. So excited. But like I'm literally shaking because I thought it was the police. And I didn't do nothing wrong this time.
Why does that scare you, bro?
I don't know. Xbox, I know you heard him bang on the fucking door.
Cooked cocaine.
All right. Like I'm literally shaking right now. Creating Beyond Limits. Sony.
Okay.
Sony.
I'm gonna skip
Sony.
the whole disappointment with this, how it started with all the audio problems and stuff like that, because we were all pretty disappointed with that. I say everyone was that was watching it live.
With what audio?
So yeah, the audio at the start. So, but to the games, the problem wasn't that they didn't have any or anything like that. It's that their exclusive games that they did show, they do look good. It's that they didn't really have any dates, or not many of them. I think they only have one game coming out this year, don't they? And that's not two.
They didn't show anything in the conference that was coming out in 2017 besides DLC. The games that are coming out this year in terms of exclusives are Knack 2 and I believe Gran Turismo is still slotted to come out this holiday. Well, Uncharted, it's standalone DLC. So like I remember you were talking about that in one of your videos or whatnot, and I was like, dude, it's DLC, and you're like, yeah, well, I consider it. It's considered, that's the way they have it categorized.
Well, I mean, everything is DLC though. Fucking any game you buy now is DLC if you want to talk about it that way.
But Sony themselves categorized it as standalone DLC. So I'm gonna go with what they title it as well.
So you don't need the base game then to play?
No, you don't.
Game.
It's
they like doing that. They did that with the other game too. What's it called?
The Last
Infamous.
of Us.
Yeah, Last Light. They did it with Infamous.
Yeah.
But I thought overall there wasn't anything other than the audio that was like really too bad, other than the fact that their exclusive games are really far out. Like the games that they do have coming out are like God of War, like Spider-Man looked fucking amazing. Like I agree with you, Xbox. Like I can't wait for that game. Like I see people complaining about the QTAs and stuff like that. I don't think they're overdone. They're only used in the awesome scenes that you see where he's chasing the helicopter and stuff. If it's that entertaining when they're happening, I'm like all for it. Like, look at that shit. Like, you can't really do that in gameplay. Like, so I'm all for, like, the normal fighting mechanics in the game. Yeah, like they're like Batman and they're like some of the older Spider-Mans. Like, they're pretty solid. I can't wait to see and be able to go around in an open world with Spider-Man again, because the last few games have been pretty bad. So I can't wait for that.
Nice.
Detroit Becoming Human, that game looks amazing. I love all those story type based games where you have different choices. And I actually played their last game. What's it called? Jesus, it's out of my head right now.
Not Heavy Rain, the one after Heavy Rain, but before this one.
I know it. I knew it. And what's it? Beyond Souls or something. Beyond Two Souls. Yes. Sorry about that. I kind of went blank. I played that game and I really liked it. That was a pretty good game. I never played Heavy Rain. I have it installed on my PS4, the remastered version, or like the slightly upgraded res version. I haven't played it yet, but I will. So I can't wait for that game. I never played God of War, so I'm pretty interested. I know lots of people are kind of bashing on this one, like some God of War fans. They're saying that it looks too different. It's not God of War. And then you see other people trashing the graphic art style for the game and saying that all Sony games have to look the same and stuff like that. I think that's blown stuff out of proportion. And there are multi-plat games like Destiny. Yeah, like multi-plats like Destiny. I'm gonna be totally getting Destiny 2 when it comes out, because I actually really like Destiny 1. It wasn't perfect when it came out, but the updates and the expansions that they brought out really fixed it. And the fact that they're focusing more on the story this time around should be pretty good, because they have solid gameplay.
Dean, with you talking about Destiny 2, because they finally showed the main protagonist, that Cabal general or whatever. Mm-hmm. What did you think? I thought he looked badass. Like,
he reminded me of like Bungie doing a brute. Like, that's what he came off as, like a big, powerful brute enemy type of thing. And I was like, yeah, I'm sold. He's gonna be fucking hardcore. Hopefully, he kicks our ass in an awesome cutscene or some shit. Just like, because you carry your Guardian over from the first one, so hopefully he like kicks the shit out of my Guardian and teaches him a lesson. That'd be pretty awesome. Hopefully he's in it for a good bit though. Like, it's not just like, oh yeah, you kill him in like the first 20 minutes or something, and then something happens. So yeah, Destiny, Call of Duty, that game looks really good. I have to say, now I haven't gotten a Call of Duty game in the last few years. The last one I properly played was Black Ops 1. No, Black Ops 2, sorry. So yeah, Black Ops 2. Blops 2. That was the last one I played. Haven't been interested in Call of Duty since. They kind of went futuristic and went a little bit too crazy. I was like, nah, you go all sci-fi and shit. I got Halo, and Halo does a much better job than you. It's okay to have different games, but when you're trying to be a similar type of game and you're doing a really rubbish job at it, no. You can't do that. But zombie mode for the new one. Zombies is always awesome. The last few like in the other new games, they kind of went a little bit over the top. I like Call of Duty when it's simple, like the zombie mode. Like, instead of eating chewing gums and having crazy power-ups and shit like that, it's like, nah. Just lay it back a little bit and just let us fucking board up the windows and kill zombies. I'm trying to think of other games that they showed. Detroit, God of War.
Shadow of Monster Hunter. Nobody talked about yet.
Oh yeah, I never played that, so I'm interested because of all the hype around. Like, everyone that has played it loves that game, so I'm more likely to pick it up because of that, and I'm interested in it because it's a single-player game.
That game looks interesting to me, mostly because I haven't played it. Xbox told me that it was like
super sad.
No, redone. The fuck?
It's like the second remake. Yeah. They did an HD remake, and now
it's the HD remake remaster redux.
But I've never played it.
So version 5.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it too. But the last game that I can think of to mention is the Monster Hunter, the new Monster Hunter game that's coming out for the PlayStation and Xbox. Like, if you've ever played a Monster Hunter game before, like, they are fucking fun. They are like especially now, because the last few that I played were on like the 3DS and the Wii U. Like this one has something called graphics, and it looks so much better. I don't really care about the graphics, hence the reason why I played the other ones. Like, but it looks so much better being on like the Xbox and PlayStation 4 and stuff like that. And it looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. There's a lot of grinding involved in the Monster Hunter games. But if you're playing it with someone, which is the only time I'd actually play a Monster Hunter game, is if I'm playing it with my friends or something like that, because they are so grindy. You have to redo the same missions and over to grind certain like items that you need off the monsters. But they're really fun. So that's it. Sony did all right. Issues with the audio aside, the games that they showed were good. Problem with release dates is that's the problem overall. That's why I think they didn't do as well this year, because they showed the same games and still didn't have dates for them.
Can I ask what audio issues you're talking about?
The whole stream was muted at the start.
Yeah,
Oh,
Like 15 minutes.
that fucking sucks.
Yeah,
Why, did you watch it after when it was problem free?
We watched it. Well, we started watching it yesterday. I think it was on. What was it on? What channel?
Well, we started on IGN's
IGN,
YouTube channel.
and then went to GameSpot, and then we just went directly to PlayStation, and it worked fine. But the other ones,
Well,
it
I
was
couldn't
like
record PlayStation because PlayStation puts HDCP on their system, so I can't record that. And I try to record everything so I have them for, in case a game changes or whatever. I have the original, so I can go back to it.
yeah.
And so I had to record it on the Xbox, and I was recording it on IGN, and the audio was completely fucked. So maybe it wasn't Sony, maybe it was IGN. Fuck.
It was one of the streams. Like, it wasn't on everyone. There were a few different streams that were doing it live. But as far as I know, the one that had the most amount of people that were watching it, that was the one that was muted for people. So a lot of people took notice to it because so many people were watching it live on that one when it happened.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I did the live reaction to the Sony conference with BGST, and Mooch and Crap and Next Gen, they were going at it so much throughout the entire conference that even if there was an audio issue, I wouldn't have known about it. All right, like me and Mooch were going back and forth about Spider-Man. They were, talking about like how the conference began. One big thing to note about the conference was the audience. I don't know what the hell their problem was. I don't know if there was just like a huge smoke session before time, but like they just were pretty much not hyped at all throughout the entire thing.
Half of them were sleeping. They were taking naps.
All right. Anything else you want to add, Dean?
I'll get into my top games from the Sony's PlayStation conference when we get to that, but that's all I have to how to review it up, basically, is all I have to say. Is what.
Okay. Oh, Supersonic. What do you think about the Sony conference?
Like Xbot said, go back and look at the audience and pick out any person in there like halfway taking a nap through that, and that's how I feel about it. I thought it was a disaster. They come out with these snake charming people. It's just Sony's so freaking weird with their conferences. You got people. One guy looks like Sean Murray in a turban, and they're all playing their flutes, trying to bring a snake up. Then I don't know. I probably missed what you guys said, but yeah, the waterfall. Then even after E3, like Yoshida's like bragging about the fucking waterfall and shit. Oh my god. I just think it was a disaster. I'm not interested in anything they even showed. What else? That's about it.
How about the VR?
That didn't even look good. Nothing looked good. I just do not give a shit about anything that they did. It was really short. They just showed shit we've already seen, and I don't know. It was bad. Even Sean Layden looked like a fucking idiot, like he always does. Like he just doesn't give a shit. And
at least he didn't wear any tight T-shirts this time. We gotta give him that one, man. He stopped trying to be Phil Spencer, so that's good.
I'll give him that, but he could only button one button on his jacket.
Why are you guys picking on the poor man?
Oh,
how would you do up on that stage?
You don't understand. He came in with some, like in other conferences, like toddler small petite T-shirt. and like he's a full-grown man with a beer belly. Like oh man,
I could be a full-grown man with a beer belly. That doesn't mean that you guys should make fun of me. I'm just gonna say that.
Care Bear. I don't. This guy. I mean, you can tell this dude doesn't even fucking play games. He just flies around and fucking. I don't know. He looks like the biggest snob I've ever seen in my life.
Pure Freeform Gaming says, "What are you guys considering dating him?" There you go.
I was considering it, but now no. I like really tight T-shirts on my guys.
Listen, I feel like everybody's being entirely too judgmental and being assholes. I'm just gonna put this out there. You guys are all the bomb. Stop being assholes. That's all I have to say about that. No offense to you directly, Supersonic. I'm just talking to everybody that is talking shit. Xbot, Supersonic, and everybody else.
Sean Layden or the Sony conference?
About Sean Layden.
Fuck that dude.
Stop being judgmental assholes.
And now we move on to Nintendo, guys.
No, we're moving on to Mel. Supersonic, is there anything else you would like to add?
I don't know. It's pretty sad when I didn't even watch Nintendo and they did better than Sony. So
I fell asleep during Nintendo.
It was just a disaster. Their whole conference was a huge disaster.
There's somebody in the chat that says Magnetic Storm says, but they had people hanging from the ceiling, you guys.
Oh yeah, the fucking idiots hanging from the fucking ceiling. And the
I totally missed that.
It's not good enough for them to have one screen. They have to bring in two screens. It's
I saw that.
All weird and cinematic and fog and flames and fucking lights with water and snow. What the fuck? Are they at a fucking Disney World fucking show or something? I don't know. Sony's weird.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give my opinion on the Sony conference now that you guys all talk shit. Okay, except for maybe creating Beyond Limits. What?
I was gonna say, man, you just focusing on the negative. I said some good things.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
All I heard was shit.
All right, so here's my opinion. I thought that the way they had little fucking snowflakes falling from the sky, that was pretty cool.
That was stupid.
I don't think it's stupid. I think that's a great way to try to get the crowd like what?
To sell a game, that's a good way. Is that a good way to sell a game?
It's a festive way to get people to be like, "Oh, look what they did." I like the music in the beginning, and I like the waterfall. I thought that was very creative.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Okay, it's my turn, Supersonic. I'm not talking shit about Sean Layden, so I can talk. I thought that it was creative, and I like the things that they did to keep the crowd immersed. And as Xbot was starting to say before,
the crowd wasn't immersed; they were sleeping.
Right. Yes, and I understand that entirely. But that was a shitty fucking crowd because they were
bored.
Yeah, okay, but if they were bored, then like, why did they choose to go there? Some of them look like they were just there to essentially take notes and bash. You know, like you could just see it on some of their faces in the beginning. Like they were not necessarily happy to be there. I think that was the most boring crowd, and I think a lot of times the crowd makes the show. Your audience, you know, they're being interactive and excited and stuff like that. And I understand that a lot of people found it boring, but they were exactly the same way in the beginning as they were in the end. So that tells me that some of them were there just to kind of
because they never showed anything. It started off with snake charmers, and the snake charmers probably put them all to fucking sleep.
They were
HTK in the chat
really
said
snake charming.
Yo, HTK in the chat said the crowd was put into a trance by the opening music.
That's what I'm saying. The little
he could be right.
Charming band,
but the music was reflective of one of the main characters of the DLC for Uncharted. That there was a meaning behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see if they just did that.
They want to see games. They don't care about waterfalls and snake charming shit and snowing.
I thought the waterfall looked.
But it's about the experience.
People hanging from the ceilings. Sean Murray dressed up in a fucking turban and playing the flute and shit.
All right, but you're going there to watch this presentation, right? Presentation is everything. and they're trying to bring people in. And there was some people that were excited, but we went to a Weird Al concert. Okay, I'm just gonna use this as an example. People paid a bunch of money for tickets for Weird Al. We had a fucking blast, but the crowd fucking sucked. Like, you're telling me you paid all this money? Even all the people with the Weird Al hats that got VIP, they were just sitting there like bumps on a log, some of them. So it's not necessarily because it's Sony. It's just, it could be like the type of people they are, or maybe they were disappointed from earlier. I don't fucking know. But I think the crowd really sucked, and they kind of made that show suck in a sense.
I think their conference just sucked, and the people realized it from the beginning.
I'm not saying the conference was the greatest, but I don't think it was the worst. Let's put it that way. The games that they showed, I understand that they're, you know, essentially what was showed last year for the most part. And I'm disappointed that we didn't see any new hard hat handhelds. I'm like going through 8 words in my head. I thought we would see like a handheld or something. I don't know. I just felt like there was something more. And I feel like after watching the entire conference, because I just watched it yesterday after all this time, I felt that they really needed to hold off on the PS4 Pro until this conference.
They might have dropped it in the waterfall.
Maybe they did. I thought the waterfall was awesome. So that was probably my favorite part. Aside from that, I mean, I was interested in the games mostly because I've never been a PlayStation fan in the past. Okay, a long time ago. So that didn't really count. Now, last year I watched the conference, but I didn't enjoy it. This year I watched it with much more interest because now I do have a PlayStation, and I was looking at it and seeing, hey, you know what? This is a game I would play. This is a game I wouldn't play. Ooh, that looks cool. This looks like shit. You know, so it was different for me. I definitely have to say that I enjoyed the Xbox conference much more. But I feel like a lot of it could have been better if the crowd was better. And everybody's talking about how short the conference was. But what was the conference last year? Like, does anybody know?
It was like an hour and 20 minutes.
Hour and 20 minutes?
Usually, well, up until Sony decided to do things differently, and then Nintendo with their streaming. But a conference is usually 90 minutes long on E3. All right, that's been kind of like the standard at the E3 showcase, and to see them kind of like cutting now, it's a little weird, it's a little awkward, and something that like kind of catches your attention now, you know?
Yeah. I can't spell right now. Hold up. I'm opening up my Movie Maker app too for no reason.
Hey, but they spent about 15 minutes with the Snake Charming band at the beginning in the waterfall. Just saying. I'll shut up about the waterfall now.
I thought the waterfall was nice. At first, I was like, what the fuck?
And the snow and the light waves and all that bullshit.
See, I like all those extra interactions with the audience. Unfortunately, the audience wasn't feeling it, and I don't know. Yeah, I think you have to go and see kind of like.
There was one guy into it that remember after the Days Gone preview, there was one guy like doing the Wayne's World bowing.
Yeah, there was actually 2 of them there, and we were like, yo, those are the 2 people that are actually getting involved in this. If me and O Snaps were there, they probably would have just kept the camera focused on us because we would have been going crazy. But then at the end, it would have been like, "You're done. You're done now." Like,
but I feel like, all right, if you go there to be a miserable fuck, then you deserve to be a miserable fuck, and you can sit there on all your fuckery because you shouldn't have gotten tickets in the first place. That is all.
Yeah,
fuckers. All right. So now that I got that out.
Noble's just waiting for Nintendo.
We're not talking about Nintendo.
What are you talking about? They won the conference. Give me a fucking break.
Okay, go ahead. Talk about Nintendo for a moment.
Okay, I just wanted just real quick, guys. Just let me say this, all right? Nintendo has for fucking years been like, oh, did you guys see the Nintendo conference? And everybody was like, nah. But this year they did amazing. They are killing it with the Switch. The fucking system is amazing. If you guys have one, if you don't have one, don't talk shit about it because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And their release schedule has been amazing. the games that they announced during E3 are fucking awesome. There are some coming down the line, like
fanboy
Metroid Prime and stuff. I'm not a fanboy. Fuck you. But there are like 3 or 4 games coming out this year that were not, or that were either already known about or were not announced. They got announced at the conference. Their release schedule since the Switch has come out has been on point. Now, it is your basic Nintendo shit. It is the stuff that you get from the franchise. Your Marios, your Donkey Kongs, your Zeldas, your Splatoons, and shit like that. So, yes, they don't have third-party crap. But the way that they're releasing stuff throughout the entire year so that you always have something brand new to play on the Switch is amazing.
Wait, they're actually releasing a game on the Switch?
They've been releasing games. They started out with Zelda.
3 on the shelf at Walmart for the past like 6 months. 3
ARMS just came out a few weeks ago, didn't it?
ARMS just came out this past week. They started out with Zelda. They're gonna have Splatoon. They're going to have, and I don't care what anybody says, that the Rabbids Cross Kingdom Mario shit. That's basically XCOM for your Switch. That's gonna be a great game.
The trailer was funny.
Mario.
Yes. The Mario game, they are doing what they did with Zelda to Mario, essentially. Whenever everybody got the new Zelda, all they expected was a brand new Zelda game. What they got was the ability to do whatever the fuck they wanted. And it looks like they're doing the same thing with a new Mario game. You can take over pretty much almost... I'm not going to say anything because I haven't played the game, so I don't know. But the hat power-up that you have in this game allows you to take over a lot of enemies that you have never been able to play as before. It's going to add some new platforming elements to it, and it just looks like a great thing. So if anybody else here fucking hates Nintendo, I'm sorry, but like I said, I've got Xbox, I've got PlayStation, I've got PC, and yes, I've got the Nintendo Switch, and I thought they fucking killed it at E3. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you. I love your face. That's all.
All right.
I'd like to say something real quick.
Go for it.
About the show. I was just gonna say, like, I thought their show overall was pretty decent. Like, it was short, but they didn't announce anything that's coming soon that's gonna make me pick up a Switch. I still have my Wii U here. I do love Nintendo, but the biggest game that they had that released was The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, which is a game I'm a massive fan of. Like, it's my favorite game of all time, like Ocarina of Time is. I'm a huge Zelda fan, have lots of Zelda-related stuff like the Amiibos and other things like that. So I was happy to see the DLC that's coming out. But other, like the Pokemon game that they talked about that's in development, like when that comes out, definitely I'm going to be jumping on the Switch. And the new Metroid game, I guess it's cool to just put up a picture of a game and say now in development or something, I guess, you know? Microsoft would have done that with Halo 6 and the Gears of War 5, like just Halo 6 now in development, you know?
That would have been a good idea.
Yeah, no, and then people were like, oh, well, you said it was going to be at the... There it is at the show. See? A picture of Halo 6. So that was why I was like, you could have said this anytime. It didn't have to be on it, like, for E3, you know? You weren't going to show it. So, yeah, overall, the games they showed, like the Mario Odyssey looks amazing. That would be the thing that would want me to get one. But there's not many other games out, so I'm not going to get a Switch just for Mario. If I didn't have a Wii U, I'd totally get a Switch already so I could play Zelda.
Hey, can I say this just to be totally clear? I love old Nintendo. I hate new Nintendo. They're fucking dirtbags. I hate that.
I like the games that they're putting out. I like Nintendo as a game. I just finished telling you. They've put out multiple games. They're putting out. They just finished putting out ARMS. They're bringing fucking Splatoon out next month.
Splatoon 2 is amazing.
Which is amazing. If you have not played Splatoon, you're fucking yourself over because that is an amazing game. Not only the campaign, but the multiplayer. They're also putting out Mario this year. They have a lot of, yes, they do have a lot of indies and shit that you can get anywhere else, but you can take this shit on the go with you.
Every
they have had a
console
good
has
release
indies.
schedule. Right.
I just can't wait to play ARMS. That's
Noble.
Yes.
Did you just say fuck the multiplayer on Splatoon?
No, he didn't. He said.
I thought he said the campaign and.
He said the campaign and the multiplayer are.
And the multiplayer. No. The multiplayer in Splatoon is the reason.
I just misheard you. I thought you were saying for the campaign, forget about the multiplayer. I was like, well, you're the first person I hear to be all like.
The campaign in Splatoon.
Okay, yeah, Splatoon 1 is amazing. That's a great game.
Nintendo yet? You still
talk at once.
You still have to plug your phone into the Switch and all that shit.
Yes, you do.
Boo.
That's not what you buy it for. You buy it to play games, dude. The same way that Xbox has problems and PlayStation has problems, Nintendo has problems, but that doesn't take away from the awesome shit that they've been doing this year.
You can bring all their games on the go also, so that's amazing.
Exactly.
I'm just waiting to dive in on this.
Maybe if you travel, it's a decent thing for someone. I don't know.
Or I mean, if you edit videos and shit, and you're just waiting for shit to process, and you want to kick back on the couch, you don't have to play it on the big screen when your wife is watching her fucking Lifetime drama movies and shit. You can still be playing.
What's wrong with that?
I just
Lifetime of women bitching.
That's just my opinion. I don't like Nintendo. I love old Nintendo. I hate new Nintendo.
Well, no, but I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I 100% agree with you. New Nintendo is a bunch of fucking assholes because they don't know what the fuck the internet is. They continuously make you buy the same fucking games over and over. I am 100% with you. All I'm saying is that they had and they are going to continue to have this year a good release schedule for what the Switch is. And they have good games coming out, and they have games that they have announced that are coming out in the future. But they've done a lot better over the past, or ever since the Switch came out, than they have.
The sales are reflecting that also. Like the Switch is selling extremely well.
Dude, all Nintendo has to do is release a Pokemon game and everyone will flock to that shit.
Yeah, well, ask the Wii U that though, because not all of Nintendo's hardware sells well. So to see the Switch coming out, and I to a certain extent, Sonic, I will definitely agree with you. I feel like their launch lineup was very, very, very weak, and there are games that we are looking forward to that aren't out yet. So for this hardware to sell as well as it's doing on the library that it has right now is wow, it's crazy, dude. But to see the games coming down the line, and it's not like Nintendo is known for delaying or absolutely canceling titles. So to see the titles that are coming on down the line, if you do have a Switch, it is a time to definitely get excited for it. And if you don't, like, you're starting to consider it now. Maybe not you, Sonic, but I think a lot of people out there are.
Nintendo has forever been known as like releasing one game maybe every 2 years, and I'm just saying that they did good this year. They are kicking ass. They've already got Zelda, the other 3 games that are coming out this year that are the big ones, and I just think it's good. Mel, I'm sorry, you should not have brought this up, Mel. I don't know why you want to talk about Nintendo.
I try to avoid it.
I want to get in on this Nintendo conference as well, if I can.
No, okay, guys, this officially became an 8-hour show. Let's go.
All right, yo, real quick. All right, first of all, I think you guys need the word of King Neutral on this topic right now to really, balance everything out. First of all, their spotlight, the way that it was, the tempo of it, and the way that they themed it, fucking sucked. All right, I am sorry. It was a horrible kind of like spotlight, treehouse, whatever you want to call it. But when you look at the games that are coming out, Nintendo is finally back to Nintendo, and I am excited for this.
What?
All right, yes, they are. All right, if you look at, they have 2 Metroids coming out, one on the 3DS, 2DS, whatever DS you want to call it right now, and Metroid Prime 4. Now, granted, they didn't show any gameplay of Metroid Prime 4, so I will take points away from that, right? But even El Mega was talking to me on BGST about Kirby and how pumped we are for the Kirby title, because that shit looks amazing. Mario, I haven't been this hyped for a Mario since Mario 64. All right, they sold me on the whole throwing the hat and taking over the enemy characters. Brand new aspect to Mario that
Mario looks good, I'll give you that.
Yo, Mario looks absolutely insane. And then for each stage, they have different costumes and stuff like that you can buy with they have in-stage currency, and then they have like in-game currency. So
there's a part where you can be a pimp or some shit, right?
Yeah. A Mexican pimp. But
wait, did you say Mario has microtransactions now?
No, I didn't say
not
microtransactions. You earn all this while playing the game. I'm not sure. They didn't say anything about microtransactions, so like I can't say either way, right? But then they have
to use the internet. There's no way they have microtransactions.
All right, shut up, Noble. You had your time.
Yeah, you didn't even want to talk about this, Noble.
Yeah, I know, right? We had to convince you to talk about Nintendo, but the new Mario, like I said, I haven't been hyped for a Mario like this since 64. That is going to be an awesome game. Splatoon 2 already looks fucking sick. I can't wait for that game to come out. And guys, you haven't talked about the gem yet. Crossplay Rocket League. Come on, soccer cars. I
can. Sony. What did you say? Yes.
I cannot wait to play soccer cars against people who are on the go. I will play on my Xbox, and I will be able to play, and I will know. All right, if they get those exclusive, like kind of like car toppers and stuff like that, I'll see the Mario hat up there and stuff, and I'll be like, "Hi, you're on a Switch, motherfucker."
Hey, I'm getting on the Switch. If anything, if you want to see me playing, I'll play on the Switch.
There you go.
But all in all, like I said, I don't feel like the library is up to par now. So I agree with Sonic on that. I don't believe it's up to par now. It's the Zelda machine right now. All right, ARMS came out. ARMS, I'm not sure how that's selling. I'm not sure how that is accepted.
ARMS? What is
it's
ARMS?
A boxing game. Yo, you ever play Ready to Rumble? Just think of that. All right. And if you hate on Ready to Rumble, man, we're fighting. That's all I'm saying.
Are you ready to rumble?
You guys are this excited about Wii boxing?
Dude, I didn't have a Wii until like almost the going
2 years
towards
ago?
the end of the generation. Yeah. So like that was neither here nor there. We picked up the Wii for the kids, and then we got in on Mario with them and stuff like that. But ARMS reminds me of kind of like Ready to Rumble, but with that whole kind of Switch aspect with the movement controllers and stuff. So I'm not hyped about it, but I don't have to be hyped about every single game. Dude, I'm not hyped about every single game that comes out on Xbox. I never will be. All right, there are games that cater to you.
You kind of have to because they don't release anything.
Dude, did you see the line? See, you're ignoring the lineup of games that they were showing from now until next year. All right, and the variety of those things. All right, you might not like ARMS, but you might like Splatoon. You might not like Splatoon, but you might like having Rocket League on the go in your pocket. You don't like that? Well, guess what? Mario is coming this holiday. Oh, shit, you don't like that? Maybe you like Yoshi. Oh, shit, you don't like that? Maybe you like Kirby.
I like Mario.
You see what I'm saying, though? You see, it's a variety. You're not going to like them all. You're not. Nobody does.
I just want to put this out there for everybody listening. Supersonic Station does not like Nintendo because... for whatever reason, something with his account, the games don't carry over stuff and things, so he has some bad blood there. Yeah. So this is why he hates everything Nintendo.
Well, dude, there's policies with Sony I absolutely hate, but it's not gonna block me from getting pumped for Days Gone now that I see more gameplay to that. I'm gonna keep speaking about those policies until they change them, no doubt, but I'm not gonna turn a blind eye to a game that looks good because of policies. I'm gonna attack those policies and hopefully they change those policies, but I'm not gonna deflect off a game that I like. You see what I'm saying?
And you're going to keep buying the games that you own over and over and over and over and over.
Well, that is a policy that people need to talk about more. There's something called social media where people can bond together. They can sign petitions. They can throw stuff out there, kind of like in the faces of these companies until they change policies. Look at what everybody's kind of trying to do when it comes to frames per second on the One X. Now, if everybody came together on Nintendo for a policy like that is truly justified, like, hey, we bought these games once, we should be able to have them like throughout. If people came together, signed petitions, grouped up, was very vocal, then it might change.
Nintendo doesn't listen to anybody.
But dude, you could say they don't listen and this and that or whatever, but you don't know until you try, man. You don't. But I'm not gonna say like Splatoon 2 is gonna suck just because I don't like their policies.
Time out, guys.
Look what you did, Mel.
Oh, my God, you know what? You fucking started this. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to move on because you guys are going to end up talking about this all day, and then we're going to run out of time because 8 hours goes by super fast, guys. So we're going to move on to our top 3 games for PlayStation.
This happened on next podcast this past Saturday.
And Microsoft. And guess what? We're not going to talk about anything Nintendo. Savsky, I totally caused all this. You know, I had nothing to do with Noble Addiction, who's like, oh, Mom, I want to talk about it. Fuck.
Hey, can I say something pro Nintendo, though?
About Nintendo.
I was on Planet Coaster earlier, and I rode on a roller coaster with, it was in Mario World, so that was kind of fun, actually.
Very cool. All right, no more Nintendo talk because obviously it's a very controversial subject. Changes for another day. We'll have a Nintendo brawl out one day, okay? How about that?
I hope we talk about crossplay because that'll bring Nintendo right back into it.
Fuck, you're right. Well, we'll talk about that in a little bit, guys. All right, so we're going to start off with our top 3 games for Microsoft and Sony. Noble Addiction, what's your top 3 games for Microsoft that you are looking forward to?
Crap.
Nintendo?
No, I just got no. I just got a phone call from my mom's and I got distracted real quick. Okay.
Hi, Moms.
So, hi, Moms. Yeah. Fuck that. No. Xbox. Okay, so Xbox, I'm gonna say PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds first, I think. Oh my God, I can't think. See, this is why I have to take notes.
Damn it, Mom.
And then I'm gonna open this stuff back up. I'm actually really excited, and I know that we didn't talk about it that much, and it's not really a game, but I'm excited for the avatars, dude. Me and Jade are excited for that. Yeah. And what else did Xbox talk about? We just went through all this stuff. Oh, Metro, Last Light, new
Exodus.
That's what I'm excited about for Xbox. Is that good? Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. They totally. Mom, I'm gonna have to tell my mom not to call during this shit right now.
Or maybe we'll get your mom on the panel, dude. She'll be the next member.
I will bring her, but you guys don't want her.
Specifically, for that system, I'm just, you know, like I picked games that, you know, some of them were multi-plat that I just prefer on like PlayStation. You know, stuff like that. So what about PlayStation?
PlayStation has to be Uncharted, and then Horizon Zero Dawn, and last that Call of Duty. We're going back to the old school.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Old school. Yeah, that's it. Oh, and for Nintendo, I'm just
no.
I'm joking.
Oh. I was totally ready to mute your ass. I'm not even playing. All right. So, Xbox, what games are you looking for PlayStation? Forward to
Mario Odyssey. No, for PlayStation. All right. I gotta say, I'm really hyped for Days Gone now. Unfortunately, they didn't give a single release date. They didn't even give a release year for that. So I'm a little depressed about that. God of War looks really cool to me. I know people who are fans of the franchise. They're like, well, this is not Kratos or whatnot. But guess what, guys? I'm new to the franchise, so I don't give a shit. All right. And then what can I say? Can I add 3 spots just to say Spider-Man? Because that's I am completely hyped for that game. Finally,
are you hyped for Spider-Man?
Let me think about that. Hell yeah. Finally, they have a quality developer. Insomniac has come out and said, you know, they're not really focusing on the graphics or anything, but they're focusing on making genuine gameplay that really reflects the character of Spider-Man. Quick, agile, wisecracking, sarcastic, like the whole kind of like atmosphere of Spider-Man, and they're trying to reflect that within the gameplay. So, you know, people might talk about the QTEs and stuff like that, but yo, how else are you going to save like everybody that's down on the street from like this huge crane falling down? How are you going to reflect how Spider-Man would do that? And I think Insomniac is actually doing a great job. It doesn't look linear to me, or linear, however you want to say it, because the fact that they were in mission at the time. So he was tracking down a helicopter, but it looks to be completely open world between missions, kind of like a GTA 5 style. And I don't know. I'm excited for that. I am completely excited for Spider-Man.
So Spider-Man, and then what else?
Time out. Xbot, did you see the Xbox game? It was an indie game, but they made a game about you. It was that side scroller. Then the guy like starts playing guitar like Rock Band.
Oh yeah,
flies in the clouds and shit.
Well, dude, I'm looking for my check because obviously I got screwed out of some type of payment with that whole thing.
That was you.
But yeah, no. So it was Spider-Man, it was Days Gone, and it was God of War.
God of War. Cool. All right, and how about for Xbox?
Xbox is actually, it's really tough to pick 3 games because they showed so much that I am actually interested in. So I want to go kind of like against the grain here. I mean, I can say, you know, Anthem, which, you know, Anthem looked awesome, but I'm actually going to leave Anthem off of my list right here just because I am completely pumped for Crackdown. And I know they didn't show as much as they could within the conference, but I know, you know, through talking to people in the industry and people who are close to the development of that game, that they are going to support that the way they supported kind of like GTA Online. So they're going to come out with content, free content and stuff for a long time after that game comes out. And I'm hyped for that. We need a Crackdown in our lives, and I'm glad it's going to be coming out, you know, fairly soon. Other than that, Ashen blew my mind because I thought I already had that game figured out from the first showing, and I was like, yeah, it's just another indie game. But when they showed kind of like the protagonists, the kind of like evil characters coming out of the shadows, the huge giant that stood up and kind of pointed his staff at, like, I am pumped for that. And then I gotta say Metro would be the third one on my list there, and the way that they showed that, the graphics and everything, and from what I know from playing the other 2 titles of Metro, the story is absolutely phenomenal. There's like layers and layers of things going on within the Metro games, and I can't wait to get back into that universe. So those are my 3 right there. You know, Metro, Ashen, and Crackdown.
Metro, Ashen, and Crackdown. Very nice. So, who do we have next? We're going to go with Supersonic Station. What are you looking forward to on PlayStation?
ARMS and Splatoon.
You know what?
I'm just kidding.
Give me a button. PlayStation.
PlayStation, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
That's fine. How about Xbox?
I'm being honest, man. I'm really pissed off about God of War. I'm one of those people that I'm a big God of War fan, and I'm pissed off about it. I don't know what is this mythology that they're in now? What's it called? Newark mythology or whatever.
Norse.
Yeah, Norse. Like, I don't care about that shit. Like, I don't want to fucking see fucking Loki and fucking Thor come out.
Oh, I want to see Loki. Oh, that would. I didn't even think about that, Sonic.
Yeah, Loki would probably be in that, but I'm a huge Greek mythology fan, but I know they killed like all the gods off and everything. There's nothing really else to do there, but
there's nothing left.
I don't know. And it just looks weird. It looks like The Last of Us or something. I don't know. Like every game, they're changing every game to The Last of Us and Tomb Raider. It looks like, and it's really annoying me. And
all right.
God of War does not look like a God of War game, like whatsoever. So that was one I was really looking forward to seeing at the Sony conference, but I'm really, really let down about it. Days or whatever that is, Days Gone. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe when it gets closer in like 3 years when that game comes out, I'll get excited about it. But nothing I'm excited about on Sony's side. Not even Spider-Man. I just don't care about anything they showed. I'm excited about the waterfalls and the snake charming band.
You're so full of shit. Okay, how about Microsoft? What are you looking forward to? 3 games, your top 3 for Microsoft.
Definitely Ori and the Blind Forest. Definitely State of Decay. Definitely Unknown Battleground, and Life is Strange.
Yep, 3. You said 4.
That's because Sony didn't have anything, so I had to put an extra one.
That's cheating. All right, cool. So what were they?
Life is Strange, Ori, State of Decay 2.
Life is Strange will be on PlayStation also.
Yes, so we'll
even though they didn't show it, it will be.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Were you talking about exclusives?
But
I thought you were
there's no
talking about
such
what they
thing as
showed.
exclusives anymore.
But I am really excited about Sony's Snow and Waterfall and Snake Charming Band.
All right, cool. That's not a game. Oh, I mean, it was 4 games though, so I guess yeah. Creating Beyond Limits.
This is gonna be really hard. Like, I have like so many games. Like, I'm really bad at top list things and stuff like that. I always try my best to do it. It's like, okay, so they have so many games, and literally, I'm someone that likes a lot of different type of games.
Yeah.
Other than like football and shit like that. But you know, so I like so many different types of games. There's so many games that they did show in their conference that I thought looked really great. Some of them looked amazing. But there were so many, like, I basically wanted to play nearly all of them. So, okay.
So which ones for Sony did you find the most attractive that, like, you were like, I really want to play that?
Oh, I thought we were talking about Microsoft. Never mind.
we're going to go with Sony first and then Microsoft also.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, Sony, yeah, that's a lot easier. They didn't show us much. Not to be bashing around. Like, I like Sony. I like my PlayStation. Sony... the game that I'm excited most, I'll skip to the one that I want to talk about the most, is Spider-Man. That game looks fucking amazing. I can't wait to play it. I can't wait till they show more about the game and all that. Can't wait to see what villains are going to be in it. Can't wait to see all the cool abilities that you unlock. And so that's the game I'm looking forward to most. I'm looking forward to Monster Hunter. Like I said already, that game also looks pretty awesome. Detroit Become Human. They're like the 3 games that I really can't wait to play that are coming out. And I didn't want to mention the multiplayer that they showed, like Destiny and stuff like that. I wanted to keep it more, like, I know Monster Hunter is out on the Xbox and the PlayStation, but I wanted to put in 2 of their exclusive games with Becoming Human and what was the first one? Spider-Man. Yeah. Jeez, this heat is getting to me. So yeah, those 2. The Uncharted DLC, I thought, like, I didn't really care for those characters, so I know there's probably some people that probably did. I didn't mind the character. I can't remember her name. The one that was in the second one and the third one. Oh, she was in the third one. She wasn't in the fourth one, I don't think. But yeah, either way, I didn't care that enough that I'm super excited for the DLC or anything. I'll more likely pick it up because it's Uncharted. I want to see the rest of the story. I don't want to miss that, and I don't like missing story parts and things that I like. So I'd more likely pick it up for that reason. So those 3, Spider-Man, Detroit, and Monster Hunter are my 3 top for Sony.
Nice. And then for Microsoft, Xbox?
For Microsoft, there are so many great games, you know. Anthem, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay. The list can go on and on and on. But I'm going to pick...
If you were only able to get 3 of those games, what would you choose?
Well... I'll definitely get Ashen. I'm a big fan of Dark Souls and those type of games. And Ashen looks it looks beautiful. It looks hard. I like the art style that they have going. I like the fact that none of the characters have a face. I like what they're doing with that. I can't wait until... I'm actually disappointed that we didn't get a date for this because it was shown off the previous year. But I can't wait. Whenever it does release, I know the game's going to be amazing. I hope a lot of people do pick it up. I've seen more interest in it now after they showed the newest trailer at the E3. Like games like Dark Souls and stuff, they don't attract the bigger audience of players because they're known to be hard and difficult. And some people probably don't like the darker style that they have. So I really hope Ashen picks up when it comes out. I have a feeling it's going to be an amazing game to play and also play. I think it has I know it has. Like you can play co-op. I just don't know if you're able to just invite anyone on your friends list or if there's some sort of mechanic that you have to do or something like that. I don't know how it's going to work, similar to Dark Souls. So Ashen is definitely one.
Okay.
I guess like I want to say Sea of Thieves and stuff, CTs, but I'm gonna go with Life is Strange because that's out really soon. It's out in August.
Nice.
If you never played Life is Strange, the first season, that is an amazing game. Like it's emotional. The choices matter. There's gonna be moments in the game where you're gonna be like literally not knowing what to fucking do. You're gonna be stuck making some hard choices. It gets pretty crazy towards the end of the game.
Dean, you know, this one doesn't have like any kind of special powers or anything like that.
Yeah, I know. You're playing as Chloe in this one, the best friend, and it's a prequel set before the events of season 1. I'm really excited for it. When they showed that trailer, because being Supersonic, we were also watching it live together. So I was like, we were like, oh, this is Life is Strange. You can just tell by the style, like the way the characters look. And I was just so happy that they were showing it. Like I did see a leak thing about a new Life is Strange. So I was kind of like, but I was happy that it got shown off, especially at the Microsoft show. Happy seeing it on any show because I'm happy the game is getting the attention it deserves.
That's a good game.
Yeah, it's very good. They don't have the same voice actor for Chloe though. Have you seen all that?
I don't think
because she's younger.
How many games have you done?
What's it?
How many games are you at?
I'm on 2. I said Ashen and the prequel to Life is Strange. Ashen.
And what's your last
for
one?
my number 1 pick is probably like the most obvious one. I haven't brought this game up yet because I was like, I'll save it to the very end.
Sea of Thieves.
No. Dragon Ball Fighter Z or Dragon Ball Fighters or whatever way you want to say it.
There's a lot of people excited about that game. Like people
oh my god, I hate Dragon Ball.
I know.
Fucking hate me. I don't care.
People love that.
I'm joking.
I'm joking.
He gets removed, huh? So yeah, like Supersonic Station, you heard us when that trailer came on. I was like, what the fuck? New Dragon Ball. Usually shit like this will probably be shown at like Sony's event or something like that if it was even on a show to begin with, because you know they were more connected with the Japanese games and stuff like that. So when Dragon Ball was shown at the Microsoft conference, I was like, oh yes. And the fucking style, the game looks amazing, like graphically, and it's gone back to like the 2D type of fighting system, and it's kind of like Marvel versus Capcom with the whole 3v3 craziness and shit like that. And because it's Dragon Ball, all those characters are like super OP and super fast anyway, so it kind of fits like the style that they're going for with the whole Marvel versus Capcom type of gameplay.
That was actually a really good move by Microsoft because there's a lot of people excited about that.
Yeah, I'm actually like kind of blown away, like to be honest. Like whenever I go on to Twitter or anything, I'm seeing like fucking anyone saying that Dragon Ball Fighter C could be like the best fighting game in years, or like it's probably going to be the best Dragon Ball game and stuff like that. It's getting so much attention. Like from what I've seen, people saying that the queue for that game at E3 was like jam-packed and stuff. Like so many people are covering that game.
Yo, Dean, as a content creator, this is one thing I am pissed off about though. With that being Bandai Namco or Namco Bandai, whatever you want to say, dude, you can't show anything on it. You're gonna get a copyright claim. I just want to let you know that.
Wait. I was gonna say I pulled up the reaction from the when they announced the Microsoft press conference with Supersonic.
Dude, anytime K Mega puts in anything from Bandai or whatever into his gameplay, I get tagged on next podcast. And then not for anything, there was a claim on the live reaction as well. And I was like, yeah, all right, I got you guys. I'll help you guys make money. No problem.
Turn out the music on it and just talk over it.
No, they have a visual algorithm as well.
Oh,
yeah, I have. I'm just on my page now looking at my videos because it was only the other day, like last week we done it, and I have my reaction here to it, which is literally like this is me when we were watching it. We didn't have our cameras on or anything. Like we were just we just had the screen up, full screen. And that's what was on this, and it's not like they didn't. It's monetized and stuff. They didn't unmonetize it or anything like that. And that's the full game trailer.
Yeah,
they probably just didn't notice mine because I'm so small. So
they will find you.
Hey,
oh wait, it just happened. I refreshed.
we gotta move on, guys. Is there anything else you want to add about your final game?
Oh no, just that I was super happy to see that on an E3 conference because the Dragon Ball games are like, well, the last two have been really good, but before that, the ones before that were like they were shit. Yeah, but like Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, that's a great game where you can make your own character in the Dragon Ball world, like whatever race you want to be, between a Saiyan and other things like that, and it has a really good fighting system, a lot better than the first one. And this one looks amazing. So, Ashen, Dragon Ball, and Life is Strange, 3 awesome games, and ones that aren't the biggest games either.
Nice, nice. So I'm gonna go over my top 3 for each, and that was a really difficult choice. Like Dean was saying, there's a lot of games, especially for Xbox, that were shown to us. So I did have to choose the top 3, and then we're gonna do our upcoming game spotlight. You know, for a game that's not out yet. Really excited for this game, so we're gonna discuss that in a few minutes. So my top 3 games that I saw for PlayStation were, drum roll please, Days Gone. That looked crazy. I watched the Sony thing last night. What the fuck is it called? You know what it's called. So I watched that last night, and Days Gone, like at first I was like, what the hell is this? And then Xbox like, just watch. And then I was like, oh shit, he just got taken off his bike. That was awesome. With a little tripwire or whatever they call that. And then like the way the zombies reacted, and the dude just kind of threw rocks, so the guy stepped in the bear trap, and then they screamed, and then the people are like, shh, and all the zombies came running. I was like, that's fucking amazing. I can't wait to play that. You guys know I'm a big zombie buff, so anything zombies, I'm down. Let's see. God of War. I've never, ever, 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 ever in my life played a God of War game, never paid attention to it, mostly because I didn't have a PlayStation. So I saw that about a week ago. I was watching some of the gameplay for it. Just the creature alone, Xbox had showed me it, and it was before I saw the Sony thing. Maybe not even a week ago. And just like the little creature where the little boy's like, he wants to help us. I saw that and I was like, oh my God, that looks amazing. And then last night I saw more of the gameplay of it, and I was like, wow, this looks pretty cool. So I know it may not be the same God of War for some of you, but to me it's something entirely new. So now I want to play the others and kind of go in from the beginning to now when it does come out in 2018. And then my last but not least PlayStation game, this is gonna be a little bit of a shocker for you guys.
Come on, say it.
Spider-Man.
What? Hold on, say it again. Can you say it again?
Spider-Man.
Oh my goodness.
After I saw the Spider-Man trailer, because at first I was like, no, fuck no, I'm not playing that. Fuck Spider-Man, fuck his tights, fuck everything. Then after we watched the trailer, after Xbox begged me to just give it a chance, I was totally into the game. So that
Hold on, what game was that?
Spider-Man.
Okay.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man, guys. I really want to play Spider-Man. Okay, so that's definitely on
Seems
the
like a
wish
lot of
list.
people here do.
Yeah.
Can I ask a quick question about Days Gone real quick? Was that Troy Baker's voice I heard?
I have no idea. I don't even know what Troy
We'll just
Baker
say yes.
sounds like.
He looks like
More likely.
looks like the guy, and he sounded like him. I'm pretty sure it's Troy.
I don't know, but it's confirmed that that's a yes. So.
Sony have a contract to have him in every game.
It's a
Do
guy
they?
from Last of Us.
That'd be hilarious.
Yo, oh snaps! WTG in the chat says now the tights look good.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, gross. I cannot stand men in tights, but that game did look like a lot of fun. You know how I feel about the whole thought of the web shooting and shit, but it really caught me. Like, I was actually shocked, and I don't remember last time I played a Spider-Man game. It was so long ago. And you know what I did? I was shooting my webs and swinging from building to building, and that's it. I don't remember what system it was on. I just know it was probably, I don't know, I want to say at least a long time ago. I hope that really brings it, you know, into perspective. Now, for my Xbox top 3 games, this was such a hard fucking choice because they did show a lot. So you guys know that I'm really into State of Decay 2. I've been waiting for this game for a while, so I was excited to see some of that. I like the way the like fat zombies just like rip somebody in half, and somebody was like, "That's just wasting their food." That was when we were watching the live reaction. I think that was Sapsky, but I'm not sure. So that game looks like a whole bunch of fun, especially because, you know, it's multiplayer. It's not like the first State of Decay where it wasn't necessarily multiplayer. I guess you have AI. But I never played that because I don't do zombie games alone. I get scared. I'm a little bitch. I'm sorry. And then PUBG. I really am interested into that because it kind of gives me like a Counter-Strike feel. I used to be a huge Counter-Strike fan a long time ago. That's what really got me into gaming as an adult. But it's been so long since I played Counter-Strike, mostly because my computers are shit and trash. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And then, you know, Mikey Barra has been constantly tweeting about this for a while now. So I was really excited to hear that was coming on Xbox, which I kind of already knew it was gonna, but just the confirmation made me happy. And then let's see, this one is a multiplayer. Also, all right, this was really torn because I'm not gonna give 4. No, I can't be a hypocrite. The Evil Within 2. All right.
Oh shit! I forgot about that game. I'm totally interested in that game. I don't know why that's not.
What did you say? I didn't hear you.
I'm adding that one.
Within 2. The first one I fucking hated. I thought it was disgusting. It made me sick. This one looks more like a psychological thriller and kind of like really it makes you probably feel crazy. And I'm really stoked for that. Once I saw this, I'm like, what is that? And then when I found out it was the Evil Within 2, I was really shocked because the first one I thought was just disgusting, grungy, and just all gore. This one looks like it really like takes your mind and fucks it and then throws it aside and then does it again. Like wash, rinse, repeat.
One does that too.
No, that one's just gross. I can't do all the gore in that.
It's not that gross like the first maybe couple missions are, but
that's where they lost me. That's the first beginning, you know, like first impressions are kind of everything. And it really depends, but I hated it at the first one, and the second one just totally had me in awe. So I'm excited for that.
Me too.
All right, guys. So we're gonna move on because there's a lot of games, and we could talk about this all day. So I want to talk about an upcoming game spotlight. Xbot like harassed me yesterday to watch this game, and we're gonna do a game spotlight every week now.
You're welcome, guys. By the way, if you notice, how many times do you hear I am harassing her to see this or to watch this? You're welcome. Everybody out in the chat, you're welcome. Okay.
So
welcome.
I planned we're gonna do this upcoming game spotlight every week. You know, it might be a game that's well known, it might be a game that's not. So right now, this one, like I said before, Xbot harassed me to watch. I was like, no, I'm not watching it. No, I'm not watching it. He's like, please. I'm like, fine. He just put it on anyways. So I started watching it. I got completely hypnotized by the gameplay. The game is called Hunt Showdown. So Xbot, I'm gonna let you take it away for a moment and kind of talk about the game and, you know, let people know what it's about if they haven't heard it. I would like heard of it. Sorry. I would like to hear from the people in the chat also. Like, have you guys heard of Hunt Showdown? And Xbot, take it away.
Okay, well, this is kind of unexpected, but yeah, like I said, I've been researching games that weren't really on any stages at E3, and there was this one game called Hunt Showdown. Now, for people who don't know, the developers of Darksiders were making a game called Hunt, and I forget what the kind of like subtitle was for it, something of the Gilded, whatever. And it was kind of like a third person over your shoulder co-op game where you were hunting down monsters or whatnot. Now, this title got handed over to Crytek, developers at Crytek, and they changed it up. And they went from that third-person view to a first-person view. Not only that, they made it kind of like online two-player teams. And they made it a lot darker. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to make a crazy kind of like intense moment where you are a team of bounty hunters and you're on this map, and your main goal is to hunt down this main monster, and you have to find clues as to where it is, and they generate in different places and stuff. And it's like I said, teams of 2, and the map itself is kind of like a living map, and they they made it kind of like dark and dreary, and there's going to be multiple maps, by the way, but they made it dark and dreary, and their intent was to have you hear the AI monsters and stuff before you actually see what's going on. Or if you see a silhouette in the moonlight, you don't know if it's another team of bounty hunters, which can actually come and attack you as well, or if it's one of the monsters within these really big maps. And it's a crazy intense game where you and your partner basically rely on each other. The graphics, it's made with the CryEngine. You know, for people who don't know, the CryEngine helped make, you know, it was made Rise Son of Rome, and they took it to like the 100th degree on this, and it looks
12th degree.
Oh my goodness, it looks creepy just seeing the silhouettes in the moonlight after coming through like forests. They have forests, swamps, grasslands, broken down cabins, and you have to like find clues to get to the main monster. When you get to the main monster, you and your partner have to take it out, but then you have to banish it, right? Yeah. And it takes time to banish. And when you start banishing the monster, all of a sudden, all the other bounty hunter teams get notified of your location.
Because the map starts burning,
Yeah.
which is, it's so amazing. And I want everybody after the show, I'm going to try to link in the chat the video. Like, just take a moment and really watch this gameplay. And I sat there with my jaw dropped. Sorry for interrupting.
Oh, no, it's no problem. It's no problem. Definitely, you know, anybody can chime in as, you know, we're describing this or whatnot. But once it turns from that crazy kind of tactical, almost sneaky, try to get around the other bounty hunter teams and stuff like that, to all of a sudden, like, castle defense, because you have to defend yourself as this creature is being banished. But then it's not over yet, because once it's banished, then you collect your bounty, right? And now you are highlighted to the other teams for the duration of you being on the map, and you actually have to make it to an extraction point. Now, the other bounty hunters can come and try to take you out and grab the bounty that you just worked so hard for and claim it for themselves. So, like, there are so many different levels to this game as you start out, and just like the creepiness of the maps, the different monsters that they have on the maps. They have everything from zombies to like kind of like overgrown leeches to like decaying corpses that are like walking around with insects coming out of them. It's creepy. It's dark. It's cooperative. It's castle defense. It's get the hell out of there and collect your loot. And it's permadeath as well. If you die on that map, all that gear that you equipped yourself with is gone, and you have to earn it again. I cannot wait for this game to come out.
Yeah, the game looks absolutely amazing. And I missed part of the beginning of what we were saying because I had to run to the bathroom. I was just like, I gotta go pee. Too much coffee. So I made it back, and you were already talking about it. Did you mention, like, you know, it's not confirmed on what console, but you know, it might possibly be on Xbox and PS4. It does say it on the Wikipedia.
Wikipedia
right
and
now,
a couple other kind of like smaller you know, internet gaming news venues have stated that it's you know, PC, Xbox, and PS4. The way I look at it, the developers who have been developing this game, I've never seen them come out with a PC only game. The teams that are doing this. So like with that, and then the smaller venues reporting on this, for some reason, like the IGNs, the GameSpots, and all the like the bigger gaming medias, they haven't even touched on this game yet, which is kind of crazy to me. If once you see the trailer, this looks like a really, really hot game. Like,
I would totally recommend you guys checking out the it's like a 10-minute pre-alpha gameplay. The gameplay like really took me into the game. I really did not want to watch this. I was like, I don't care what it is. No. And then I just got so into it. So I want to hear what the panel thinks about this game. Have you guys, I know you guys all watched.
I'll go. This blew me away. I cannot believe that Microsoft or Sony didn't show that on their stage, because this would have stole the entire E3, like, in my opinion. I didn't even know that game existed. It looks freaking amazing, intense. This is totally a game me and my nephew would play together, groups of two. Then it's just intense because how many groups of two are there in the game, Xbot?
There are 5 groups of 2.
Yeah, I mean, not only do you have to worry about like the zombies and stuff, but like if you hear gunfire in the distance or dogs barking or something, you're like freaked out.
Oh, the hellhounds! There's fucking hellhounds, guys. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, the game just looks spectacular. Like, I wish that would have been shown on one of the main stages at E3.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm so glad you showed that to me, and I'm super, super excited about it. Definitely, everyone watch the trailer after the show, and definitely put the link in the description of the video, because it's mind blowing.
It's really cool.
So do they have a estimated release date or anything? Is it supposed to come out in like a year or 2?
Early 2018.
Early 2018. Nice.
And like I said, Wikipedia says it's for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation right now. That's kind of unconfirmed, but we search and several places said all 3. But I follow them on Facebook and Twitter, and I don't see anything confirmed yet. So
let's. Oh my god, that spider at the end too. Oh my god, that's great. This game's so creepy and
I
so
love
intense.
the fact of banishing them, and then you're basically highlighted, and like you could turn on fucking floodlights, and you can draw people, but also distract them at the same time. So that way you and your teammate are up there banishing, and then you kind of like one of you has to, well, you both pretty much have to secure the place, and then the zombies and demons and everything will attack the other people who are coming to attack you. I think it's absolutely crazy. The idea is amazing. And what is it called? Where if you die, Xbot?
Permadeath.
Permadeath. Thank you. All right. So with the permadeath, how does that work? Do you lose, like, if you earn like a certain item, like let's say a really cool pair of shoes, right? Mm-hmm. And then you die, do you lose that entirely?
I think only
let's actually take that to the umpteenth level. All right, you talk about a pair of shoes, but let's say you earn the right to have this amazing shotgun, right? That is hugely powerful at close range. You're taking out like the fat guy that has the club but no head, and he's swinging at you. A really nice gun like that. If you die in the map, that sucker's gone.
Yeah, I said shoes because I couldn't think of anything else. But the thing is, like, they really want you to think about your next step. If you're going to take a left, if you're going to take a right, and they want you to feel like your life depends on it. Mm-hmm. They don't want you to just run and gun and, oh, I could just restart. No, it's going to be a little bit deeper than that, because you're going to lose that really nice fucking pair of shoes.
That game is pure survival, and you definitely want to extract your stuff at the end. You want to be the last people there to extract. I don't know if like it's only comes down to 2 people at the end, but I know there's an extraction thing.
I think like anybody who makes it out makes it out. But you're gonna have those people who are just gonna be all about killing you anyways. Like, all right, we saw that in what is that game? The Division. If you go in the dark zone, like obviously you lose your loot. But people what?
Yeah, it's kind of like the dark zone when you extract it kind of looked like that in my opinion. Like, can we trust these guys? No, let's hide.
No, you can't trust anybody except for your teammate.
Let's distract this dog, make him bark, and make the zombies go jump. There's so many layers of freaking awesome gameplay in that trailer.
And I love how you could throw the Molotov at, they were going across the bridge at one point, and they threw a Molotov to burn the bridge, so that way anybody follow them has to take a moment. So creating Beyond Limits.
From everything I see from the gameplay trailer, I think it looks mind-blowing. I really like the atmosphere that they have got. Like, it's so creepy. I like the style. The gunplay looks really good. I like that it has all the online stuff and the player versus player stuff with the groups. I can't wait to see more. The second I watched this, I made sure, I checked. I seen something on the video saying coming to PC, and I was like, is it not coming to consoles? like you already said, you've done your research. I done it too before the show, and also seeing the stuff that was saying beforehand, because the game was announced years ago, and when it was announced, it was saying PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. So fingers crossed. Like, all of us are super excited for this game, and I have to say also thank you for linking this and talking about it on the podcast. I didn't know about this game. This game totally got overshadowed by everything else this year. Absolutely. And like you said, nothing has been covering this game. I haven't seen a single gameplay video on YouTube, anyone talking about it on Twitter, and it's like, holy shit, have you not seen this game? This looks fucking awesome. Everyone should be like totally hyped for this, but yet it's like so quiet and no one's talking about it, and people should.
Yeah,
and I really hope when it. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. But I totally think that, more people are gonna probably look into it now. Well, they're definitely gonna look into it. And granted, it's a little bit of a wait. Early 2018, a lot of our games are a little bit of a wait. So it's something to kind of put on your watch list. I know it's on mine, and I'm looking forward to it. So I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, that game is totally on my watch list.
Finish creating Beyond Limits. Can I go ahead and try to bounce out real quick? I've got
go ahead,
some. All right, I've got some family stuff that I have to go and handle. So everybody that jumped in here real quick, I just want to thank you guys for hanging out with us. Every Wednesday is amazing. I missed you guys. We usually do some live streams over on my channel after this podcast, but again, I've got some stuff to handle. But definitely check it out. Mel, Xbot, Supersonic, everybody that's here. I love your fucking faces. Thank you guys for having me, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right, bye.
All right, thanks, guys. I'll see you guys later.
Okie doke.
See you, Noble. Okay, so.
Oh, great. Sorry.
I guess I'll just continue. This game is totally on my watch list now. Like, I was blown away watching this. Like, seriously, someone has to get behind this game with them and support it. Someone needs to advertise it. They need to do something with either on YouTube if the other companies, or like IGN's not going to cover it for whatever reason. Like, I'm sure they known about it. And this game is like probably extremely important for Crytek, because everyone has known that they've been going through issues with money and stuff like that. Like, if this game doesn't do well, the whole company could probably flop and end up shutting down. And they make good games, and pretty ones too.
Yeah, it is very pretty game. I was looking at it yesterday while we were watching. I'm like, ew, look at the veins in his hand. That's disgusting. But the game looks good.
Yeah, even the graphics for that type of game, it's just amazing. I was blown away.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The whole lighting, everything, the atmosphere that they have going on, the creatures, like, it just looks so good. It's a shame that none of us knew about this until Xbox showed it to Mel, and then it's now here. Like, it's ridiculous.
They definitely did something at E3. It's just nobody really knew about it unless they were there. And I'm really kind of disappointed that we didn't know about this game. But now that we do, guys, get hype, share it around.
Did they just have their own little floor or something like that? Like, it wasn't on any show or anything.
To me, that game stole the entire E3. Like, everything combined, that fucking game stole everything.
I'm going to watch it after the podcast again.
Awesome. Well, I know that's on my to-buy list at some point in time. As soon as it comes out, I will be getting it. And, it's going to be interesting because we can have 5 teams of 2 people each, So, hopefully, I wonder if there'll be a way where we can all get into a game together, like you and all your friends, and have 2v2 versus everything else. And you kind of be able to play with your friends, but at the same time, you're kind of against each other too. So I think that'd be really awesome.
It looks like it'll be an amazing game to do co-streams with also.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I can picture it now.
Awesome. Anything else you guys want to add about this game?
Just real quick, something that Sonic said, a few minutes ago. With the whole being a highly intense game, they put a lot of focus on sounds in the map as well. So, like Sonic said, when you hear gunshots going off in the distance, like, you got to ask yourself, is that 2 teams going up against each other, or is that a team kind of taking out
themselves?
Yeah, taking out the monsters, or are they close to one of the clues to find out where this actual main monster boss is and stuff like that? It's a game that really I love evolution in games, and I have not seen a game like this. All right, there's games that might have been similar, have certain similar to like themes and stuff like that, but to this extent, this feels like an evolution in a type of multiplayer, and it's something I think it's at least worth checking out. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I get chills and goosebumps just by even talking about it and seeing the trailer. I'm so excited for this.
Yeah, definitely. I'm totally looking forward to it. I know this game is going to be amazing, so hopefully I'll see you guys there. Guys, it is getting late, so we didn't get to all of our topics today. Do you guys quickly want to touch on the Sony denying crossplay, because I've only read an article about it, but I kind of want to hear some opinions on this real quick.
It's bullshit.
It's bullshit. Cool. Why is it bullshit?
Why is it bullshit? Because, a Sony executive came out and basically said that they have to protect the people that are on their platform when it comes to cross-platform play. And they're talking about, well, there's kids that are on our platform, and we have to protect you guys. It's like we signed a contract with our consumers, and we got to make sure that we make the best decisions for them. And when they talk about like protecting their consumers and protecting their kids, do they not fucking realize that they're talking about Nintendo? Like, we won't cross-play with Nintendo because we're worried about our kids. Like, that is complete and utter bullshit. It's just because they can't control the narrative, and that's exactly why they're doing it. And it's anti-gamer, in my opinion, especially when you have PC, Xbox, Nintendo all on board with it, and the only ones that saying no, we don't like it, we're gonna take our ball and we're gonna go home, is Sony.
They're like North Korea of gaming, kind of.
Wow. Go ahead, guys.
I think it sucks. I think it's everything Xbox said. I agree.
All right.
I'm really pissed off about that. Like, really pissed off.
Yeah, like, the more I even think about it, like, I just get so furious. Like, it's like Xbox said, Nintendo are fully on board. The ones that are known for being family friendly, and that, like, to be like, they wouldn't agree to doing something if they weren't 100% sure it's secure and safe. And then for Sony to just come out and say some bullshit like what they said, it's ridiculous. It is anti-gamer. And I don't know how this hasn't blown up since it came out. Like, if I only had a PlayStation, I'd want the population of my games to increase as much as anyone. Like, I'd want Rocket League on the PlayStation to have a bigger population. Minecraft, I would want to be able to play with people on another system. The fact that people aren't getting pissed off at Sony for this, and for them to just say, you know what, who cares what everyone on there like that has a PlayStation wants? It's up to us, and we're saying no because we care about you, and it's not safe, and that's our decision, not yours. It's bullshit.
Yeah, especially Minecraft of all fucking games. Microsoft put that on Sony's platform, and they're not going to crossplay. That's
like you think they'd be implied that, like, okay, it's your game, so like Microsoft owned Minecraft before. Like, I think it was before it was on the PlayStation 4, right? It was already on the PlayStation 3, I think, but they've owned it for a few years now, and they even brought it over to the Switch and everything since they've owned it. And Sony's just all like, nah, no crossplay for you.
Well, guys, Psyonix, I believe Psyonix, the developer of Rocket League, aka Soccer Cars, I love calling it Soccer Cars, is actually they have hit social media hard, and they have told, like, they have asked people who do play Soccer Cars on the Sony platform to really kind of like demand for it, because they're in the developers' eyes, they don't see any reason why Sony would block this other than being assholes right now. So, like, they're asking for people who have the game on that platform to kind of demand that Sony kind of reverse this whole thing and allow it, since everybody else is.
Yeah,
hey, I tweeted Yoshida. I said, as a Sony customer, I want crossplay, backwards compatibility, and a couple other things.
Well, guys, I feel like there is more of an underlying reason here, and I'm sure eventually it's going to come out into the open. Obviously, it's not really about the kids, and there's probably a lot more kids on Xbox and definitely on Nintendo. than there is on PlayStation. So I mean, I don't think it's really about that. That's just my opinion.
The gaming media should have attacked Sony a lot harder, or had more articles about this.
Sony
the fact,
could do no
like, this
wrong.
is 100% anti-gamer. Like, to say something like that with such a bullshit excuse, it's ridiculous, really. Like, anyone, like, most multi-plat games, especially with Microsoft since like the last year or two, when they said they're fully open to have whatever games cross-platform play, as long as the developers want to do it and they get the go-ahead. Like, I'm pretty sure they don't even have to ask Microsoft at this point to do a cross-platform game. That's how much they want to support it. Nintendo, who knows now, after Rocket League and Minecraft get the update, more multi-platform games might actually end up doing on the Switch too. And then Sony are just like, nah, we're not part of that shit. Fuck that. Like, it's ridiculous. It's not safe. Like, and you're the ones that get hacked all the time. Like, what the?
Right.
I know, like, it's ridiculous. And they're getting away with it. Like the people over at Rocket League, they're doing the only thing they can do, because they have to show respect as a company and stuff. They can't just go full on hate on Sony. Like, they can just ask their fans to do it for them and demand it.
Nice, Dean. Nice.
It's for the kids.
Guys, we're gonna wrap up the show because I didn't really want to do an 8-hour show. I was just trying to scare you all, and it worked.
Got close.
It's been a really awesome show. I missed hanging out with you guys and chatting. I missed hanging out with the chat and chatting. It's been a ton of fun. But we're gonna wrap it up, and we'll see you guys next week. So, Supersonic Station, would you like to let everybody know where they can find you and what you're up to during the week?
Supersonic Station on YouTube and Mixer. We're doing co-streams and stuff. I think me and Creating Beyond Limits might stream a co-stream, like one of us playing Xbox and one of us playing PlayStation on Mixer. That would be kind of funny. But yeah, just find me on YouTube and Mixer, Supersonic Station, all one word.
Awesome. Creating Beyond Limits?
YouTube, Creating Beyond Limits. I'll have a link in the chat if you want to check my channel out. I do lots of gaming videos, reaction videos. I started to do live streams. I'll do that as often as I can. I do have a lot of games on my Xbox. I do have a PlayStation also, so I can stream on that. Fortunately, I have no way to stream my Nintendo games because it doesn't have a built-in streaming option, because Nintendo are Nintendo, and they said they didn't like that. Not safe for the kids. Yeah, so yeah. Creating Beyond Limits, all one word. Twitter, Dean5578. Creating Beyond Limits on Mixer and on Twitch, if you want to follow them also. This was an awesome show. It was nice recapping E3 with everyone. I hadn't talked to them about this before, so it was great hearing all their thoughts on it.
Yeah, it's definitely been a lot of fun. It's been like a long week for all of us, so just finally being able to get together and discuss our thoughts and things like that, it's been awesome.
Maybe one time we'll actually get to talk about Nintendo without stuff going a little bit,
we will schedule an 8-hour show just for that. Okay.
Get your custom gaming pictures from Graphics God.
Xbot 448.
Yeah.
Where can people find you, and what are you up to?
Yo, huge shout out to Nintendo with the new Mario and ARMS and
where can people find you, and what are you up to?
All right. I keep everything simple. Across the board, it's Xbot 448, whether it's Xbox Live, PlayStation Network, of course, my YouTube channel, Twitter. It's all Xbot 448. It's been a lot of fun getting back together with the CCC crew, and I think we had an absolute great show. So, yeah, follow me where you want to follow me. Subscribe to my channel. I am trying to reach a goal of 3,500 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm getting close to 3,000 now. And
I'm getting close to 400. Woo.
Well, this is your second channel, though. So, yeah. You guys have been absolutely amazing with supporting my channel. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't checked out Xbot 448, definitely check it out on YouTube. And again, I had an absolute blast. Nintendo.
Shut the fuck up. I mean that with everything in me.
Okay. All right. How about Spider-Man.
I'm gonna mute you all.
Spider-Man.
It's my turn to talk. Supersonic Station, sorry I cut you off. You were totally shouting out Graphic God. If you guys are interested in Xbox gamer picks, Graphic God is amazing. He makes custom pictures, he makes custom logos, he makes custom everything. T-shirts, mugs. He's amazing. He made our coffee casual and console icon. It's actually not up right now, but it'll be up later because I don't know how to make it go up. But yeah, he put in the. No, it's not. Shut up. It's my turn to talk. Graphic God linked in the chat. It's xboxgamerpicks.com. If you guys are interested, he does an amazing job. I can't even express that enough. If you see Xbot448's image right there, Jay made that. Graphic God. I know I think he redid Supersonic Stations, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, he did Supersonics.
Yeah.
He redid it too. He just sent it to me this morning.
Yeah, he's absolutely amazing. So please, guys, go check him out. He is in the chat. And you can find everybody that is on the show linked below. We have all the usual suspects. Their Twitters are there. Their YouTube channel, you can totally find that on their Twitter channel, linked in the bio description. We have Noble Addiction, who had to leave us early, but he is also linked below and a regular member on the podcast. And then you have myself, of course, at Girls Can Game 22 on Twitter, also linked below. And you obviously found me here on YouTube, unless you're listening on iTunes or SoundCloud, because the show is available for download on both. We've had actually over 300 downloads of the show, guys. Can you fucking believe that? Over 300 downloads. I am so excited and absolutely humbled that over 300 people want to listen to us on there after they listen to us on here on YouTube. That is incredible, and we totally appreciate the support. It is absolutely amazing. You guys are all amazing, and we will see you next Wednesday for episode.
Please subscribe to Nintendo Power Magazine.
We will see you guys next week on episode 21. You never know what can happen. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye-bye.
See you. Thanks
Bye-bye.
for watching.
Thanks for
Enjoy
joining.
the rest of your day.
Toodles.